talks, neon thoughts, real life, yes, little bit active thoughts, active thoughts, active thoughts, active thoughts, active thoughts. Welcome to the Lucid Squrl Podcast. Podcast.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's good? What's good?
What's up, brother? Had to come off of mute. I was busy doing the things, the sharing and getting set up. How was your week?
Oh, same shit, different day. Same. How about you?
Are you going to tell Chad I made you change your hat?
I got tired of hearing it, so I changed it.
Lucid turns his camera on, guys, right before we start the podcast, and the big old Seahawks hat pops up. And I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, I'm mildly
your team
irritated.
is booty cheeks and my team's going to the fucking Super Bowl.
You might. What, y'all play this weekend?
Yep, Sunday at like 3 o'clock my time.
Where at?
Seattle.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I wonder who else plays. I wonder if the weather's going to impact them. It's going to be cold as shit. Any game on the East Coast is going to be cold. Oh my God. If it's in New England, I bet you it's going to be like -10.
Yeah, it's what the fucking, I can't remember off the top of my head. Who the fuck is it? It's the New England and I'm at a loss here. I don't watch.
If Zach was here, he would.
Yeah,
there's Zach. Seahawks survived Sunday to lose to the Patriots. Zach, who's the Patriots playing this weekend, and where is it at? I see Kat, Degley, Nuthouse Gamey, Jonathan. Welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Yo,
the Pro Power. What's up, Broski? Ted Nader's here. General
Denver.
Archie.
That's right.
Let's go, guys. Don't forget to hit the smash button. Looks like we got 4 people have done it already. Hell yeah, good.
I care less about that side, so
5. We got 5. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be fun whooping
guys,
the ass out of the Patriots. Belt to ass.
I forgot we're live on the Book of Face as well. Look at that. It pops right. Facebook is pretty good. Like, probably because I don't follow many people that go live, but literally it's the first thing in my feed. Oof.
Yeah, Facebook is fire.
Yeah, there we
for
go.
live streams, and it looks really good. It almost looks better than YouTube.
It does look good.
Honestly, it looks really good. Of course, it could be the different monitor I have it on. I don't know. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
They look probably about the same, actually.
Congratulations to your team as much as that joke. It's
Dude, that game was so much fun. Oh my God.
Dude, if anybody didn't make it, what did you have, like 800 people watching?
Yeah.
Lucid went live from the game. It was pretty epic.
I was in the end zone, so it was a pretty good seat. So, but I will from now on take a battery backup. I don't know what I was thinking. I have several. I didn't take one, and it was probably the dumbest shit I've ever done. I had people message me, "We go live again, please." No.
I've got one of these. Like, it's like a magnetic attaches to the back of the phone.
That's what I got. I mean,
that's all right. It's not the greatest. Woo! Is it too late to be drinking one of these? Probably going to regret this later after the podcast when it's time for me to go to bed. Yeah, it looks exactly the same one.
This one's a magnetic fast charge, wireless fast charger.
Oh, that's in fish? Yeah, that's good shit then.
Yeah.
They make good stuff. What up, Rick Racer?
I did get a souvenir at the game. Fuck yeah. Dude was selling these at the game. He makes them 3D printed. Super awesome. Had that bling on, you know what I'm saying? I was on the news, bro.
If I can't say nothing nice, I'm not going to say anything at all.
I was on the news. Super awesome.
Oh, you were. Oh,
Yeah.
well, we should have had that ready to pull up as a clip. Yeah, Lucid was fucking on Fox News. He was on the news, like Fox in his face, right? Like the microphone. And then
So
somebody
it was-
also got a picture of him being like
Interview.
filmed.
Yeah, I have several pictures.
Yeah, so it wasn't AI created. It was real. What's up, Ange? Negley.
Because, like, you know, Brittany and Ryan were like, oh, AI. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah. A couple people were saying it was fake, and I was like, no, that's too real. You had all 5 fingers on each hand,
And the only way I knew is because my buddy, like, saw it and rewinded it, and then he recorded it on his phone, and that's the video that was going around.
that was pretty epic. I can say I've in my entire life I've never been interviewed by the news.
It was funny, too, because we walk out, and I see dude with a camera, right? And I'm not shy of the camera, obviously. So I grabbed my son-in-law. I was like, let's go. And we just jumped in front of everyone, got up in this dude's face, and then he started interviewing. And I think why he kept interviewing us, because I said, this is my son-in-law. This is his first game. And he bought the tickets for us because he's getting deployed on Friday. And they wanted to interview him before he left. Like, they took his information and shit. And then he's like, fuck, I can't interview until when I'm getting deployed. But they didn't even use anything he said because he was dropping F-bombs and shit. So if you saw the video, I was talking and you could see his lips moving, but they totally cut him out.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Can't be dropping F-bombs on Fox.
Oh, we were both hammered. That's why. We were like pre-game because we got there super early. We pre-gamed. I don't know if you saw the picture. I had like dude 49ers fan with dreads and shit. Had his arm up on my shoulder and shit. He was cool as shit.
Who was the guy that you said was like TikTok famous that you guys took
I saw
pictures
two
with?
of them. One dude, I recognized him after my kid pointed him out. My kid went and got a picture with him. I don't remember what his name is, but he has like 7 million followers, and it's all about like it's actually started on his daughter's account. He's like a Mexican looking dude. But he was there. And then another dude was there, total cholo looking dude, right? Straight like lowrider status and shit. He had a lowrider necklace on. He had one of those big ass 49ers ball caps on.
Oh yeah.
And and he was only a few rows down, but then I started seeing his TikToks pick up, and he actually documented going to the game, getting on the Alaskan Airlines flight in California to fly here. And as soon as they seen him, they're like, oh, you're on the wrong flight, brother, because Alaskan Airline is Seattle. You know what I mean? They're sponsored by the Seahawks and shit. So he had all that footage. And then he had footage of 49ers perspective on the first play of the game. And they show the touchdown run back, and then they pan over to him. He's just sitting there like blank face, just staring. And then they show him after the game, like shaking Seahawks fans' hands and shit. And that's where I got the one chick walks up to him and goes, how do you say yes in Spanish? And he's like, "See," and she's like, "Oh, it's right in his face." Yeah,
damn it!
Funny. But he's got like 4
Congratulations.
million too, dude. It was pretty cool. It was a cool experience.
Hell yeah!
I wish I could afford to go this
nothing
week.
exciting like that to share. Absolutely nothing. But I think
I wish I could afford to go this week.
Oh, I'm
But
sure
my
the ticket
tickets are
prices
like-
are probably double, right?
The seats I had are like $2,500 a seat right now. Like I could
Big
sit all the
money.
way at the top of the stadium for $1,000.
Damn.
Kind of crazy.
So guys, we got a pretty awesome guest this week. I mean, all our guests have been awesome, but if you didn't know, we've got SquirrelMaster on this week. Everybody knows SquirrelMaster. Great friend of mine. Call him brother from another. He's not my master, even though his name's SquirrelMaster. That's the name. I think I want to say, if I go back, I randomly came across him on the FYP like a year and a half ago. You know, I don't know if I even searched Squirrel or if he came across, but we instantly connected in chat. And I remember the first time I met him, I asked him. He started saying how old he was and what games he liked and yada yada yada. And I was like, "Are you my like long lost twin brother? Like, what the who the hell is this guy?" We were about the same age and same interests. So SquirrelMaster. 21.6 thousand followers on TikTok, 1.1K on Twitch, 1.3K on YouTube, also streams on Kick, does a variety of things. Definitely a ton of great content out there. Hopefully that's a great introduction that I can do, but let's bring that guy on out. He's probably sitting back behind the curtain ready to go.
I've been drinking. No, it's all good. It's all luck, man. It's all luck. It's all luck. I didn't even know when you were asking me the followers before. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. But yeah, but I appreciate you guys having me, man. Sorry, had to pour another one, but I do appreciate you guys having me. And it's funny because I was thinking to myself, I was like, dude, as long as I've known Iron, as many times as I've talked to Lucid, I was like, I've never even talked to them in a stream, I don't think, at the same time. So this is like the first time that I think I've been live with y'all at the same time, you know, which is cool in itself. That's pretty fun, but
hell yeah.
But I appreciate it. So I don't know. I'm kind of clammed up about the talking about my personal stuff, like I was saying before, but I feel like it's something that you know, a lot of us miss, man, that a lot of where we came from, you know, they see the success and the smiles that you have now and the drive. And I think a lot of people miss it. And, you know, I thought it'd be fun just to hang out with some friends and talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Let me see that shirt.
This one, this is a
What's
hoodie.
that mean? For folks that don't know, what's Nut House Gaming?
That's just, I don't know. It's just a Discord that I started a while ago and because of Squrl. Well, SquirrelMaster came not because I'm any Squirrel's master. It's from Half Baked, you know, like the SquirrelMaster. But...
Yeah, if you Google it, first thing that pops up, you'll know what it is.
Yeah,
You know,
I totally remember the movie. Yeah,
it's still funny when people come in and they're like, "Hey, Master," I'm like, "Don't fucking that. Don't say that." I don't know.
Master,
It's weird. Yeah, I know because it makes me like
Puppet Master by Metallica should be
like,
your intro song.
Instantly, I turn red when people say that. I don't know why, because it's like embarrassing in a way. I don't know. Some weird things embarrass you. You know, you can be like SquirrelMaster, but like, "Hey, Master," I'm like, "No, that's not me."
We all know
who
you live on a plantation.
Yeah. Not anymore. That was
God damn.
all right. This is a new time. Okay. This is 2026, right? Yeah, okay. But no, I gotta stay here. I'm used to wobbling around, so I'm watching myself like, oh man, I'm not used to staying in I move a lot. Sorry, ADHD. Like
it's actually yeah, they are kind of thin. You do gotta kind of stay in these box right here when there's three of us.
Stay in your box.
Stay in your box.
It's kind of cool. I'm coming.
Like I feel outnumbered. I got 2 squirrels.
You are. He doesn't hate Seattle though, so you'll probably be okay there if you're worried about us.
Well, did you just say that?
You do hate Seattle?
I don't hate Seattle. I just don't think that.
Fuck
Never
yeah,
mind.
virtual high
I'm gonna leave it
five.
on. I'm a Cowboys fan, so there's no high fives. You're just not gonna like me at all.
Fuck
after I
the
say
Cowboys.
he
Oh
rolls his
my
eyes and
God.
instantly you take it back. Even though I haven't watched NFL in a while, but
Like,
Honestly, the Cowboys are worse than the Seahawks. I'd root for the Seahawks before I root for the Cowboys.
They like the Cowboys out loud. Like,
Oh, dude.
a lot of people don't say that.
So long. I'm a diehard. I hate to say it, and I've tried to get away from them, right? But being from Texas, so I grew up. Killeen, Texas, Fort Hood. You know where that's at by chance? Military base, blah, blah, blah. Central, about an hour south of Austin. My dad used to be my dad was captain of the Austin Police Department, the campus police. Well, the Oilers and the Cowboys used to play each other in a scrimmage game. So when I was a little kid, I got Warren Moon's autograph. I got to meet Troy Aikman at the scrimmage game. So I was an Oilers fan first, let's say that. But when the Oilers left, I had no other choice but to go to Dallas because I just don't want to be a Texans fan. But I'm still a Texans fan because I'm a Texas person. But I'm a Cowboys fan, man, die hard. But I hate the owner, but I'm still a fan,
Yeah.
But worst thing ever is to do what he did to Tom Landry, but that's not why we're here.
No, fun fact, I too met Warren Moon when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Warren Moon was cool.
He's actually a cool guy. Who's an absolute prick is Emmitt Smith. I met him, dude. That guy right there, boy. Let me tell you. Yeah. He's not a nice guy, but anyway. He
Got
died.
flipped off by King Griffey Jr. back in the day.
There you go. You are from Seattle, so I used to love King Griffey Jr., man.
I used to watch him play in the Kingdome, man.
I've never the last baseball game I think I went to was a Rangers game, of course.
Y'all ready?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's mine looks so light compared to yours, but I promise it's strong.
I was telling I was in Riley's chat and telling Surdy I popped a special bottle. I've never had it before, but Eagle Rare.
Heck yeah.
I had to get the dust off. It literally had dust sitting around the top of it. I've had it so long. Special bottle.
How'd you get the dust off of it again? How'd you dust that off? Because that was pretty interesting.
You're on my side tonight. My side.
Oh, that's right. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know where to even start, guys. Like I said, I thought I want, I still want, I guess start, when I grew up, man, we had, just to, I guess, get into it, and anytime interrupt me or anybody can with questions, and I'll go as much into it as I can. But, I grew up with the house. We had 5 generations living in one house. We were in the newspaper for that. I grew up knowing my great-great-grandmother until I was 9. My great-grandma was alive until I was 21, and she retired from civil service as a GS-13, and she did personnel for, like, when it was at her funeral. I mean, there was generals and all kinds of stuff showing up to her funeral, and didn't follow really. I was adopted when I was 2 by my dad. My mom, my biological dad, my sperm donor, really wasn't the best person in the world. Not to get too much into it, put my mom's head through a couple walls, tied me to a blanket, and left and went to work in a ceiling fan. And so I was adopted by my dad when I was 2, and that's one big thing that I took away from that. I've always known, my family's never hid anything from me. They've always been honest, and that's one thing that I can never, family is what you make it, right? So it's not just what you're born into. You always can't choose your family, but you can choose your extended family, who that chosen family is. And my grandfather, my dad's dad, was director of the Boys and Girls Club for 40 years in the town I grew up in. Dad, retired police chief. My grandma was my middle school principal. She has her English doctorate. She has published books. Had to learn English. I still don't talk correct, and she hates it. Even when I was talking through the other day, and I was like, I'm going on someone else's podcast, and I'm going to try to tell my story. I'm not really trying to give an autobiography. What should I do? She's like, I don't know anything about podcasts. So, but it was talking with her, and that's the crazy part. That's what you would call my adopted family, but I don't know any different, man, and, that's a big thing. And I chose to do a lot of stupid shit. Excuse my language, but, I could have had things handed to me. I could have followed the family thing and went in and done this, but for whatever reason, I decided I want to rebel and do all these things and cause myself, more issues than what it was really worth. Now that I'm 44, right? Getting old. I look back and I'm like, what the hell was I doing, dude? I had straight A's, missed 132 days in my senior year, lost a football scholarship because of that. Been in and out of trouble, and then something happened in my 30s, man. And, I can go more into it, but that's the gist of how I grew up, and me and my brother, who some of y'all know, which is Greenbolt, as he changed his name, because I'll tell you, if you want to know, he got stung by so my brother's 6 foot, he was 6 foot tall in the 5th grade, and he got stung by a hornet in the front yard, and he thought it gave him superpowers. So that's where Greenbolt comes from. He was out, he had galoshes on, practicing karate. And imagine a 5th grader that's 6 foot tall, right? You think it's a grown man. All the neighbors are calling, like, do you know that this person is loose? Calling my grandma. And they're like, he's a kid. Don't worry about it, So, but me and him, man, we shared bedrooms until we were, even in our 30s, man, had no money, didn't have anything, man, working 2-3 jobs, barely getting by. And that's kind of the story that I go with, I mean, now I've reached some kind of success, not because of just streaming. That's definitely not where my money, where my success comes in at. It's other things in life, which I'm blessed to have met everybody, but you can struggle and make it, man. And it's sometimes it takes longer, sometimes it does take definitely years to make up for what's going on. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I was telling y'all before, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm ready. And then right before it starts, I'm like, I've never told anybody openly about my life, and that I know it's going to be recorded. I've done crazy shit on stream, but to talk about personal stuff, it's hard. Like Theo Vaughn says, man, it's hard to look at yourself in the mirror and really tell yourself, I'm proud of myself, dude. The last time that I really started bawling, crying to myself was honestly when I looked at myself and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. He don't know shit. You know what I mean? And I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, I can't fucking do it. I can't. I realized how much more I had to work on, until, about being honest, dude. It's hard. It's a hard thing,
I love Theo Vaughn. God, he's a fucking national treasure. But So it was hard to look in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you? I've never tried that. I'm wondering if I'd tried the same thing, how it would turn out.
It's hard. And I think it's more of, man, I didn't realize there's a lot of stuff, man. My mom had me when and I'm not blaming anything because we could talk about that too. Everything that happened to me when I was a kid has something to do with me at 44 years old, but does not directly reflect how I act at 44, right? You know, I cannot blame what happened when I was a child anymore on what I do with my future actions. You know, I can't blame, but my mom had me when she was 17, man. She did the best she could.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I thought that I was okay with a lot of stuff. I've dealt with a lot of that and made up, you know, talking to my parents and all that kind, you know what I mean? And then realizing they're just human like all of us. And I thought it would be easy until I really actually tried it and looked myself in the eyes, man. And it's a hard thing. I think I have, you know, there's some things we don't think we have issues with, and maybe not everybody has a problem with that, man. And I used to put out a persona that I was Billy Badass and nothing scared me, you know? And once that was gone and I realized I'm just a man, once we're all put in the dirt, follower count doesn't matter what you've done and everything else, we still go in the dirt the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it's what you do here that really matters. You know, the connections you make and how much you invest and whatever else you do, the legacy you leave behind that people will talk about. And when you really start thinking about that, it's I didn't think I'd have a hard time. And I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, now I could do it. And it's still tough, you know, to go, I'm proud of you. It's a tough thing to say, you know, say you're doing a good job yourself, to pat your own self on the back. I was always my biggest critic, you know? So I don't know if it's hard for everybody, but that was me. That's my personal truth, you know, is that it's hard to say I'm doing a good job and I'm proud of what I'm doing sometimes.
100%. So, I can totally know where you're coming from with that one. For sure.
So, you know, I mean, I think my family told me my whole life, you know, and I don't think that they were trying to be mean about it, but I built my first computer in the 7th grade. My grandpa ran a bingo hall and they had an old 888. He said, if you can fix it, you can have it. I knew nothing about computers. Somehow I fixed it. Don't know, you know what I mean? And they're like, so right then they expected. Then I got in trouble for hacking. I don't know if y'all remember BBS systems. I thought I was a hacker back in the day. My dad was an AOL mod. I stole all of his mod tools, which there's statute of limitations on this.
Did you say BBH?
BBS, Bill of Board Systems,
BBL?
BBCs.
Big booty.
Sorry, no, the news network. The news network, guys. The news network. But I got in trouble for that, man. You know, like and my family was always like, man, you're so smart. You're so smart. You should do this, you know? And somehow, inevitably, I always chose I didn't need to do that. You know, I needed to do what I wanted to do. And I guess that's part of it, you know, to think, not feeling like I was a failure, man. I've done a lot of people. I'm not going to say I was ever a perfect person. I've done a lot of people wrong in my life. And that's, I guess, the difference now in me. The biggest difference is I honestly don't want to do that. And I don't have to prove that to anybody. And I don't have to force someone else to believe that same way. You know, you can just go where you got to go and stay away from me. And I can stay away from you just as easy, you know? Right. So
I'm going to have to try the proud thing. I know one thing I've struggled with as well is telling people thank you. You know, like looking them dead just square in the eyes and just saying the words thank you can sometimes be hard, even though you're thankful and grateful in your heart. Like conveying that sometimes can be a challenge. I know it was something we had some type of exercise years back at work, you know, one of like leadership meeting things. And we literally had to sit in chairs facing each other, knees almost touching, and just one person had to give a compliment, and it had to be a very specific compliment that meant something. And you had to stare each other directly in the damn eyes and not break eye contact. And then the other person had to just give a genuine thank you. It was so fucking hard to do. Like you start to feel uncomfortable and, you know, out of your skin. So.
Yeah, that's still a hard one for me. In streams even, you know, I want to say thank you for everything, you know what I mean? But in the same time, when somebody does, I know how to give, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's thing.
Giving the feedback, giving the compliments, easy as shit. But receiving it is hard.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that. And I'm like, stop. When it really comes down to it is, who am I to take away from them to do the same thing that I do? You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like to go and make people's day. You know, I like to go and say hi to them, even no matter what it is. If it's something small, even a brisket sandwich that you didn't think you were going to get for lunch, I take it to a buddy at work. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. But who am I to tell them they can't do the same thing to get that same feeling and that same gratification that I get? But that's what I really think of when I think about that in my heart is I feel like I don't know how to receive that. I don't know how to really receive it because I don't think I deserve it. Something inside of me tells me I don't deserve it, whether it's not saying that it's depression or anything else, but something inside of me says, no, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. You need to give more, you know, and that's a struggle every day for me, you know?
I just want to say, ain't no motherfuckers ever brought me a brisket sandwich. Nobody ever, not once.
You know, I made that up on a whim.
Lucid, you ever got a brisket sandwich?
Never.
I made that up on a whim. I have never done that for anybody. I literally made that up on a whim.
I was like, shit.
I didn't know what else to say. I
really
fat,
want a
I'm
fucking
fat,
brisket sandwich now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm fat and I thought of food. Food is the first thing
I was like, wow, SquirrelMaster's out here handing out brisket sandwiches to his people. That's pretty cool.
I appreciate it, Zach. I do appreciate that. You know, and that's something that it's hard to say and read those things. You know, I hope I'm not calling someone out here. There's a person that they're here and they sent me a message and they've been hanging out in Discord, you know, my Discord. And because that's where I've kind of been at, not because of any bad reasons. I just didn't want to, I felt like I had so much else going on. You know, I own my own businesses. I do a bunch of different stuff here. And so I just wanted to spend time in my Discord hanging out, man. I didn't want to go live. I wasn't quite, there's some drama thing, you know how it is, man. And I was happy to stay away from some of that stuff for as long as I could, you know, until my head's right, you know, but they sent a message and it took me, I read it 4 times and it kind of brought a tear to my eye. And it's something very simple, you know, but I know how much that means to even one person. I don't care. That's when we were talking earlier about, somebody that sent that message about owning viewers, you know, about that whole thing. And I was like, you know, you can't own somebody, dude. You know what I mean? Like they can go where they want to. If I can get to reach one person and help them, you know, even if it's just sitting there and having a place for them to come. And that's what the message said, you know, thank you so much for having a place that I could come and hang out and not feel pressure about this, about that. And you just hang out and listen to y'all talk. And to me, that means so much more to me because I've never been that person. My life until I was 32 was pure chaos. Pure chaos. I broke this hand 7 times, if you probably can tell when I close it. My knuckles almost all run together. Nobody wanted to be around me. I did people wrong. If you trusted me for, honestly, 10 minutes, you trusted me for too long, you know? And now to be able to have those true connections and change who I am and be able to help other people, and that's why I give so freely. I don't care if you screw me over. You know,
if you bring me a brisket, you got my trust forever. Like for life.
Let me. I'll send that to you. I'll send you a text because
unless it gives me the shits.
I need both addresses, and both y'all are getting briskets.
If the brisket sandwich gives me the shits and my stomach hurts, we're gonna have words. Otherwise,
yeah. Heck yeah. I smoked a brisket here. You know what's funny is that whole off the subject. You know, I have ADHD, so you guys are gonna have to help keep me grounded. But I moved to Georgia from Texas 2 years ago, and you know the hardest thing to find in Georgia is beef. It's all pork. It's all pork. They smoke. Every barbecue thing here is pork, dude. I went to the grocery store. I had to go to 4 grocery stores when I moved here to find a brisket. Wow. I ended up having to go out to a farm, find a guy that would butcher a cow for me, buy the whole, you know, half a cow to get a brisket and some ribs. And dude, or you got to go to a butcher shop. It's not like in Texas, I could go to the local grocery store.
Even here, beef is like, I could go get a brisket in 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Not moving to Georgia anymore. That's off the list. I can fucking tell you that right now.
It's crazy the amount of like, I mean, I've had to look and look and look, and then you see one and it's like this big, dude. It's like that, and you're like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
What am I going to do with this? I'll wrap this in. Yeah, that's an hors d'oeuvre. We could cut that up, make burnt ends out of that whole thing. We're good. But yeah, you need big meat. Whoa, I caught that. But yeah, but it's good, man. Like I said, I just feel like, I don't know, there's a lot of times, and there's some things I thought about talking about, and there's some things I don't know if it really had a place in here because it's not really pertinent. What can I say that word? Pertinent. I can't say that word, or don't. There's one other word I can't say. World. I can't say that.
Don't say it. The chat will make
While
fun
we're
of
off
you
subject, real
forever.
quick, I wanted to address the elephant in the room, and that is Iron Squrl's mullet.
Oh,
Let's
let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the
Yeah,
mullet.
let's talk about that.
Before you start saying those words, SquirrelMaster, weren't you one of the fucking people making fun of me, actually? Wasn't SquirrelMaster making fun of my word? What was my word? That one podcast.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was. Me, A-Bear, everybody was.
Yeah, right.
They jumped in my Discord and we were talking shit the whole time.
A week later, people are still making fun of me.
What was that? What was that?
It wasn't a hard word.
Cat'll come out with it instantly.
Oh, man.
Here
I can't remember.
Cat'll get it instantly. I can't
y'all,
remember.
Y'all want to see the mullet? I didn't get it cut. I was too busy this week. I didn't get it cut. But...
Hey, man.
Damn.
Yeah, you're not looking a day over 45.
I'm just growing it out because I want to, not to look younger.
Yeah, say labyrinth.
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 Yeah,
that's what it is. Labyrinth.
Cat, you knew Cat would have it.
Cat got it. Niggly was making fun of me too.
That was the episode Niggly was on.
Labyrinth.
I don't know where is a labyrinth. What is a labyrinth?
It's under the Egyptian pyramids.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
Now I don't know how to say it. You know, you got it so bad that night we were making so much fun of it, dude. I didn't know how to say it correctly. I'm not gonna lie. It took me
I could tell
me to erase my mind.
Me and Negley were just like, I could tell we were just staring at each other like,
what this dumbass just said.
we were talking about that too in Discord. We were like, look at them, dude. Look at Negley and Lucid. They know
Oh my
it. They know it.
God.
They're not gonna say it. Let's see if they say something first. And then A-Bear's like, I bet you won't go in the chat and say something. I was like, shit, I will.
So wait. So you guys sit in Discord and talk shit while we're doing the podcast.
Well, no, only that time.
That's what I heard. They're having like a fucking viewer.
That's fucking
party.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It was only that one. I mean, I sit and watch it all the time. Like, so like if I wasn't here now and I'm in my Discord and I got somebody else in there, I'll instantly share the screen. You know, that's what I have. Well, you can't see it because it's head cut off, but my second computer over here is what I have. I actually have that set up as it's an i5 that I have set up as a Discord bot.
Lucid can make you big.
Well, it's still got to be blurry, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah, blurry background.
Yeah, but over there, that's for the second, if anybody's seen it, you know what I mean, if y'all been in the live or seen the videos. But so all I do is use this one it's my sim setup, my racing sim setup, which obviously I don't fucking do. I don't know why I got it. And my flight sim setup, but it does, that's all I use it for, is to watch YouTubes and other stuff inside of my Discord. And so like I'll share the podcast out, and then me and A-Bear were talking and laughing about it, and she messaged me because she saw me in the chat, and she's like popped into Discord because I'm always in there, you know, just hanging out whether I'm really there or not, you know. And she's like, do you think he really knows how to say it?
Hell yeah. No, he doesn't know how to say it.
But anyway, love you, man. But you know, it was
A-Bear's vicious. A-Bear's, she can be a vicious person. I've played many games of Fortnite with her, and anytime I mess up any type of word, which I guess happens a lot, maybe I have a speech impediment. I don't know. I think we talked about this before. she will just die laughing and be like, "What did you just say?"
Maybe my brother almost had me convinced one night. When I lived in Dallas, we were out drinking. I know this was before then. Anyway, some point we were both really drunk, and he had me convinced that I had a mental handicap and that my family never told me my whole life. And so I'm like, wait, is this true? But everybody is so nice to me sometimes, and I don't understand why why hasn't anyone told me? Am I? And I start taking videos of myself drunk, and I'm like, no, I'm not. But he had me pretty convinced of that, man. Yeah, that's that easy. But yeah, it's funny. But it's been a wild ride, man. doing this and in life, you know. When you say we first met, you know, I've learned a lot about myself in streaming, man. From conversations, if I go back, it was kind of, not to put anything on us, you know, but if you go back and revisit conversations, like you said, even with people you've had on the podcast before that maybe you didn't understand their point of view until later. But to the eye-opening experience of streaming and getting to know people, you know, truly getting to know them and spending time with them it's been a blessing, you know. It really has, even if I don't do it all the time, even if I'm not there all the time. Like Ange, even when I'm not in her live a bunch, Lucid, when I'm not in his, even no matter if I don't show up or not, you know, sometimes not an excuse, you know, we got shit to do. We're grown-ups, but yeah. I can't thank people enough, no matter, it's not about the gifts and it's not about anything else, you know, it's not about the money and it's not about that kind of stuff, but the true connections that I've ended up making through doing this, I wouldn't trade them for anything. I wouldn't trade them to be a professional streamer. Because fuck that, I'm too old, you know? What do I care about what people think about me?
Peanut with 65,000 people in chat?
It would be cool, but at the same time, I think I'd still be me, and I don't think 65,000 people can put up with ADHD Squirrel going, and
he kind of figured it out.
Sauce.
He's not even on camera. He's a fucking peanut icon. Well, so like, he could be picking his nose, he could be flicking all, he could be having a complete anxiety attack. You're not going to see it on the peanut.
Yeah, you know, he's from Dallas. He's from Dallas.
That's pretty cool.
And so he used to show, I don't know if you guys know, but he used to be on TikTok, and he used to have his face on TikTok, and he got banned all the time on TikTok. And he said, fuck this, and went to YouTube and went to Twitch and blew up. That's literally Peanut's story. Because every time when he was making his jokes, they would knock him. Like today in my live, you know, I haven't streamed in for how long, and not to here to bash TikTok by any means, but I haven't had a violation on my account once. I go on now and it says unoriginal content. What am I doing? It's unoriginal. They just pick and choose what it is at the time, you know?
Yeah, they do. I think it's probably the AI stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have any of that on there. That's the thing. No. It was straight 2 cameras. And then what Iron said was I had the heart, you know, the likes, right? Lining up to the side. And he was like, and he was like, take that off. And so, but that's
I've
nothing.
heard they don't like any of the Tickfinity stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, that shit's, I don't even really care about the numbers. It's still gone. If anything, when I go live, if I want to get my own self in trouble, not another program. You know, I do a good enough job by myself.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here thinking,
I'm thinking text to speech, probably. They don't even like that.
God, if they get rid of that, I might be done. How many times do we mention Ange on this podcast? Every week, her name cut it pops up at least once, if not multiple times. So I just started thinking when SquirrelMaster brought her, I was like, just a shout out. One day she'll be on our podcast. One day. But shout out to Big Ange on TikTok and Twitch now. But yeah, she's definitely been influential. Just all around awesome person.
Genuine people aren't hard to spot. You know what I mean? And people appreciate
genuine people too.
Cat, Queen Peaches. I was thinking Queen Peaches as we get closer to like a massive WWE event like WrestleMania weekend or something like that.
That'd be cool.
I know Lucid doesn't know a whole lot about wrestling.
I don't know shit about it. I'm watching.
Yeah, but man, there's lots of wrestling fans out there. I know we might be able to have multiple. Maybe we'll just sit back and kind of guide the conversation and have like Zach and Peaches and a couple other wrestling fans just freaking just go at it, because I know nothing recent. Like all my knowledge is back like NWO Hulk Hogan days.
Heck yeah, that's mine. That's mine. And Sting, sorry, my back scratcher. My favorite 3D print ever, by the way, is my back scratcher. Sorry, but
looks small.
It is, dude. It is, and I appreciate you noticing that. And that's why I'm still single at 44. Okay, it's because my back scratcher's small.
Hi, Death Note.
But yeah, did you guys
got her hair?
I don't know how's it going, Death Note? And I don't know who else I missed. Peaches, sorry, I used to even. Normally, I'm better at this, and now I'm, like I said, dude, I get clammed up when I talk about myself. That's why I couldn't
You
do
haven't
this on
clammed
my
up
own
once.
Yeah, what the hell are you
What the
talking
fuck are you
about?
talking
Are you
about?
kidding
Take
me,
a
dude?
fucking
Look at
breath, bro.
Bro, that's clamming up for me.
God damn.
Look at my hands. My hands, yeah, my hands are sweaty. That's why when I
Take a
start
fucking
talking
hoodie
too
off.
much. It's not that. It's
My
not
voice
that.
is still fucked, if you can tell.
It's definitely not that. Look, my head is red. It's because when I start talking about myself, I get fucking about personal things. I get like,
Dude, it's like super hot in this room with the 2 PCs and lights and shit.
Lucid, why do you stream?
I started to get famous, you know? That's why I started.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So now I don't know. I have a hard time even just gaming. Well, not so much anymore, but I always had a hard time even gaming without going live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like to have people in chat. I just like to bullshit with people, you know? Anymore, that's what it's about for me. Just meeting people and like I've met you, like, look at it. Like all the people here in chat would have never in a million years met anyone. You know what I mean? Like it's insane the connections that you can make by doing this. You know, when I started, I'm gonna get rich streaming. Yeah, that changed real quick. You know what I mean? Like I always say, I want to get rich off brands, not people. That's where I'm at, and that's why I do the shop thing, because I want to get rich off brands. I want TikTok to buy me a house. You know what I mean? And it's possible. Of course, a lot's changed since I even started that side of it. Because like, fuck, I haven't even had any sales today, which is insane. So, but yeah, I just do my thing. You know what I mean?
It's good. It's good. A good answer. TikTok shop. You probably got to shift gears a little bit now that the holidays are over. People are penny pinching, but Valentine's Day is coming, so you got to get into lubricants, scented candles, handcuffs. Like you got to change gears on products. So I fully expect a lubricant, Lucid lubricant.
Yeah. Well, what happened to me in particular, like the whole shop is slow. I guess January is like awful. But what happened to me, I noticed I went into the back end of my shop, and all those knives I was selling, that company is no more. So all those links are broken.
Oh,
so like
they got busted.
I sold $28,000 worth of knives in December. You know what I mean?
Shit.
So
that's nuts. That's fucking nuts.
He didn't make
28,000, but he made them 28,000.
Made them 28,000. So my cut from that, I've made about $2,200.
Crazy, bro. $28,000 worth of knives, and they were about what, $30 average cost?
Well, and a lot, like if they promote. So if I get 10%, right? So if a knife is $20, I get $2, right? But then they promote it. If they promote it, that drops your cut down because they're promoting, right? They're putting money into promotion. So if they promote it, it drops it down to like 3%. So some of these knives, so I made $2,200. Some of these knives per sale, I only got like 58 cents, 57 cents.
Do you choose when they promote it, or they just
they just do
promote
it.
it themselves?
On them, yeah. If they like your video, they promote it, and it's good and bad because that drops your cut, but it also like one of those knife videos has like over 500,000 views.
That's cool.
So, like, I get more followers from shop videos than I ever did from gaming videos or live streaming.
That's cool.
It's insane.
I'm surprised you haven't separated the two accounts. Because most shoppers aren't game watchers, stream watchers.
Well, I was going to go live on TikTok on my backup on the Rando account, and it wouldn't let me use virtual camera, so I ended up not doing it.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. So I'm
going to have to set up live studio on my main PC and stream to TikTok from my main PC until I can get access to virtual camera, why is that a fucking thing? Why do they limit virtual camera? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was somebody else that had that same.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever.
Everybody,
heard.
I think, when they first start streaming, you can't do that, right? You got to go live for so long and not have strikes. Like what you're gonna do with your virtual camera. That's gonna be
what's the
so
fucking
bad.
point? Yeah,
it's the same thing.
It's just one more thing for them to keep their thumb on your fucking head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like TikTok wants ultimate control of everything you do, so I guess that's just one more thing.
It's gonna get worse, man. Now that it's here in the States and they leased that. That's all they did, when they sold is they just leased it, right? They just leased the rights to use the software.
Is it US based now?
It's on the way, I guess. It's Oracle that's doing it.
Like they sure as hell like dropped an axe on DJI. Like the DJI drones are gonna steal our information. Give me a fucking break. You know what I mean? Jesus.
Before we move too far out, you kind of touched on it a little bit, SquirrelMaster, but why do you stream? What got you into streaming?
To be honest,
how long have you streamed?
How long? That's a loaded. I mean, honestly, that's a loaded question. Seriously, tried to stream, like as in streaming the video games since I met Iron, probably a year and a half. But I've been involved with gaming community since Delta Force Black Hawk Down, which was back in 2004. We had our own server, Long Range Snipers, and we had a TeamSpeak, and we had a website, and all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, dude. So that's how old that is. And I mean, technically, yep. So we had our own servers. We had a virtual server. Like one of my buddies used to be the VP of IT for Bank of America. He was like a Linux Red Hat super guy, right? Well, he had a server rack at his house, and he sold me a dual Xeon processing server from his rack, and that was my first gaming PC, technically gaming PC back then.
Nice.
So, but why I started streaming is because I enjoy gaming. That's why it's so easy for me to, I don't mean to say to drop it, because I don't like to drop it. I love entertaining people. Did door-to-door sales for 8 years, and I love talking to people, but it's easy for me to go back to just gaming. That's why I started streaming. And then it became more of a passion of people, that's the truth. Why it started is because I was like, I play video games a lot. I work from home. I might as well put it on camera. Not to say I could get rich like Lucid was saying, but I was like, sure, I could make some money off this. Didn't make a dollar. Didn't make a dollar,
made a lot of fucking money off of me.
Oh, dude, then I fell into that. The first trap I fell into was come support me and I'll support you in your life. You know what I mean? That was that was before I met you. That's how I met previous people. You know what I mean?
The whole follow train and all that bullshit doesn't work.
Lord, does it not? I had a conversation with a guy in my first stream in a long time today about that. Met him. He ended up knowing some people that I knew. And I was like, I think you were there. I was like, it's not follow for you stream, dude. Cool. I'll follow you and I'll come check you out, dude. But it's not because I'm saying follow me and I'll follow you. I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? I care about content, and to me, that's all I'm here for, and sometimes I get sidetracked, and think, oh man, I can do this and I can do that. But when it really comes down to it, what brings me back is the love of video gaming and the love of meeting people that do the same thing, because we're not kids anymore, man. It's harder to make friends. They think it's easier to make friends when you get older. To me, it's harder, man. To me,
I don't have any friends. All my friends are online.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. My brother here, I don't do much, and that's my friend. Was that your friend? Yeah. I don't. I wish I could get it bigger, but every time it gets bigger, I end up, and I'm not saying it's my fault, but
that's why you're still single.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we got Surdy in chat. Wes, Surdy, I just poured some more Eagle Rare. Welcome in, guys. I saw Riley just ended and they were putting the podcast channel in chat. So shout outs to Riley and Taco Squad for sure. Welcome in, guys.
Hey.
Thank you. Well, and I guess that's what attracts me. Funny you were talking about Ange and Riley, man. That's what drove me to them, and like I like hanging out in there and even stopping in to say hi, because it's not an exchange, it's a relation. It seems like it's not even, you don't have to be best friends, right? But it's not, oh man, I'll do this for you and you do this for me, and I've never ever thought, and there's very few people, and there's a couple of them sitting here with me, to be honest, there's too many people that it's that exchange, man. It's a transactional relationship,
Right.
Once you stop going around, and I can prove it to you, you see all the people that used to come in my life, I stopped going live for a month and a half and stopped going around as much, dude. Who's
I know
around?
exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm happy with that. Most people would be like, "Oh, they weren't really my friends," and get their feelings hurt. To me, it's like, cool. It's just a transactional thing anyway. You know, I know who the real ones are, and I'm happy with them.
Sardy, are you looking? SquirrelMaster got me this, by the way. This was a birthday present. Oh,
you know, I had to get lazy. I had to get
Lucid's like, I gotta fucking work. It's bullshit. Can't drink.
You know, it's funny. I had a bang before we started, and then I went to drinking, so I'm in trouble. I think.
Same thing. Started 2 years ago. I was
How
like,
are
I'm gonna
those?
stream. I'm gonna stream.
This flavor is fire, by the way.
I think I was talking with
because I do no sugar, so I'm curious.
A-Bear and Nerf, and I was like, I want to stream, and I said, they're like, oh, go to Twitch, and I said, nah, fuck that. I was like, and I had just been on TikTok for maybe a month. Like, TikTok was new to me. I was like, I think I want to stream on TikTok. I think that's the future, like vertical, and I was like, I'm gonna go that, and they're like, stream on TikTok? What are you talking about? Just do Twitch. And I'm like, I don't want to do Twitch. And same as you, same with Lucid said, like, I was like, I want to be famous. Within the first month, like, that was out the window. Not that it, like, I felt like I failed, but like the more I met people, the more I realized, like, that's what it was about. Like, just meeting friends, making, like you said, Lucid, like, everybody in chat, like, right here, we have a podcast now. Like, this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for streaming and, you know, getting out and meeting these just wonderful people, you know.
Like at the game, those famous TikTokers I was talking about, like, everybody huddling around them and shit. Like, do I really want that? I'm good.
I don't know if I can handle that. To be honest, I'm claustrophobic when it comes to people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, amen to that. Yeah, crowds. Yeah, I don't like crowds a lot anymore. I definitely get.
And somebody thinks weird. It's never fails. Somebody thinks they know more than they know. You know what I mean? They think that they're entitled because they've seen these videos about you or something, right? And they think they know what you're about, and you're like, no, dude, I'm just a normal person like you. Yeah. You know, I met what's his name, Justin. You know who? He lives in Florida, North Florida, right here he's probably about an hour and a half from me, Alabama, Florida line right there. Justin, he's everywhere, man. You've seen him on TikTok. Yeah, you've seen him all over the place. Retired Air Force. Then he does like the motorcycles and stuff. Anyway, no, you never met him. I'll have to send him to you anyway. But I bumped into him one time just out and around, you know what I mean? And he had a big video come out about people coming to his house, dude. And I'm like, that's something that I don't want, dude. I don't want that. I don't know about you guys, but you know, I definitely got protection for myself, and I'd hate to see somebody show up at my fucking house. You know what I mean? Knocking on my door like they knew me like that, right. You know? And that's what scares me. That's why I'm happy where I'm at.
Just because people watch you, they think they know you at that point.
Yeah, and that's creepy, dude. I would think that's totally creepy. You just show up at my house and like knock on the door like I'm supposed to be happy about it. You know?
So when I first started, well, a little bit after I started streaming, I met this dude. His name was Zen on Point at the time. Now he's Totality. If you know him, you know him. He's always been very angry streamer. You know what I mean? And that's kind of his thing. Like, he talks a lot of shit, and that's his thing. That's why people watch him, you know? But we had a mutual follower that he got tired of all the bullshit going on in his Discord. He kicked everybody out of his Discord. Start over, you know? Well, this guy got so butthurt he got kicked out of he was like giving him death threats and shit. So butthurt that he kicked him out of his Discord. Like, I'm not the one you want to mess with. I'm going to come to the East Coast and blah, blah, blah.
Kick your ass.
And this dude, if you knew who I was talking about, you're like, yeah, right. Anyway, this dude lives in Seattle. He was always trying to get me to go to lunch, meet him for lunch and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. I don't want to meet you. And he just kept, I'm glad I never went and met him. Like, as soon as I heard that story, I instantly blocked him on everything. So, I mean, he probably wants to kill me now, but whatever. Bring it on, bitch. Come to my house, fuck around and find out. I mean, you see this big ass safe behind me? I wouldn't recommend it.
That's funny.
SquirrelMaster and Lucid, I'll present the same question. I think I asked it 2 weeks ago. But I kind of like to see how the answers evolve as the more you think about it. But SquirrelMaster, if you could go back in time and give advice to your former self before you started your first stream, what would it be?
On my first stream, I thought we were talking about in life. I was going to say, "Shut the fuck up! You don't know anything." That would have been my my advice to myself when I was young. Because I thought I knew it all, right? Like I thought But early on, streaming would be, don't take it so damn serious, man. That would be the number one thing. I used to take it, even when I thought I was doing more, because I'm always a confident person, you know. But like, I'm like, yeah, I've got this, and I would think somebody being in my Discord talking while I'm streaming was taking away from it. You know what I mean? I'd take it way too serious. And that would be the first advice I'd give myself. Dude, just fucking do it. Don't take it so seriously.
Yeah.
Lucid?
Probably similar, man. I mean, I used to think I couldn't miss a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember those days. Golly.
I used to think I had to blow a paycheck in everybody's fucking chat, and I used to do that. You know what I mean? As soon as I stopped doing that, my viewership stopped. You know, so that's all the fake bullshit. You know what I mean? And anymore, as far as streaming goes, I'm kind of over it. You know, it's whatever to me anymore. I don't like, my chat is always dead. So like for me, it's like, what's the fucking point anymore? Honestly, that's where I'm at. Honestly, you know, I'm like, why am I even doing this? I stream and I have the people I'm playing with in chat, you know, and Iron Squrl. That's it at all times. It's fucking wild. With 13,000 followers, I can't even get a fucking follow on chat.
I bet I like to look at like trends, and maybe it's that freaking analytical mind I have, but like I almost feel like at certain points, whether you've been streaming a year, 2 years, 3 years, like there's like the same trend curves. And I guarantee you, brother, that you're probably in that spot where this is a common feeling. There's probably lots of, like, you're for what, 4 years in? 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 3 years.
4 or something like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if I hit year 3 and I'm in the same fucking spot you are, is what I'm trying to, I guess, say. Just do it when you feel like it, you know. Do what makes you happy first. I know seeing you play a game and be happy makes me happy. And it just comes in ebbs and flows, you know. Do your damn thing. You're great at it. If I could go back in time, I like to don't take yourself so damn seriously. That's really good. I feel like I've always been authentic. I don't know, man. I guess the most profound thing has been friends don't keep score. I think I probably, if I could go back and teach myself what the fuck that meant from day one, I probably would have done a lot of things differently. I probably wouldn't have spent so much money in other rooms that I didn't need to. I probably would have steered clear of some people and been more selective about my circle, like I am now. Yeah. Still thankful for the journey, though, right? You got to learn along the way.
Right.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, TikTok serves its purpose, right? TikTok came out and said anybody that wants to be a streamer can do it. You know, some people stream before TikTok. You know what I mean? First place I streamed was Twitch, but TikTok brought everybody. I mean, there's some people that have really benefited from it and not fell into that trap of support for support thing, you know, and done what they've done with TikTok, but can't really get mad at. That's my stand. I mean, you know what I mean? On TikTok,
I mean, now it's easy to stream on TikTok. It was not easy when I started.
Yeah.
I had to have 3,000 followers just to go live.
Yeah.
And then jump through all the fucking hoops.
Yeah, it was 1,000 for me. Yeah.
And that's why I fell into the, follow for follow train bullshit. You know what I mean? Just so I could get there. And then once I got there, it was a struggle to stay above 3,000. You know, nobody's following for the right reasons. So, like, I used to pump shit tons of videos out and just anything I could do. And it took me a long time to get to 3,000.
It's That's how I feel about it. Well, Iron, you've met Zach, right? Not the Zach that's here, but the Zach that plays Rocket League. No, not that Zach.
Yeah.
But the other Zach. He plays Rocket League. He's been in my stream a couple times. I think I've seen you in his dark-haired younger guy. Anyway, that's funny because when you say that, how it used to be harder, when I came around right before I met Iron, it was dropped down. And I remember going to that guy's stream and being like, hey, man, I'm a streamer too, And he's like, you ain't got the follower count and blah, blah, blah. We got way off on the wrong foot. Now we're good friends. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about Top Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he's
funny as shit.
Yeah, we got off way on the wrong foot because whether he was having a bad day or whatever else, he's like, you don't have the follower count for it. I'm like, dude, I don't know, but I do go live and I'm a streamer now. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I do it. Yeah. And now we're actually like good friends. But those are cool things to see. But
I was wondering how I met that guy. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, he plays when you see him play
you
Rocket
lose
League,
track of people, man.
From.
Like like. There's a lot of streamer friends out there, and is this somebody that just popped in my chat and I followed, and like I look at people and I'm like,
yeah,
you just kind of you don't have a relationship, but you just kind of vaguely know them, and I might stop in once a week, and say, hey, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. But that's part of the journey, though. That's what I mean about the journey of it, man. And I could have gotten butthurt about it like a little girl, and been like, wow, who are you to know me? And you don't know what I do and what I got and who I am. You know what I mean? And instead, I was like, cool, bro, and left. Came back a month later, and then he popped into my live one day, and then we started talking, and then he's like, he forgot that it ever happened. So I know he was having a bad day, Like we've all had sometimes. Like I'm sure some of y'all came into my streams. I've seen other people when you force yourself to go on camera, like you were talking about. You have those bad days and you really shouldn't even be there. And you say some shit that maybe you didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Maybe you didn't mean it, but you're just
I traded messages with a good friend the other day, and we were talking about the forcing to go live, and like, there's not many times I can say I ever force myself. If I ain't feeling it, I don't hit the fucking button. It just ruins. I might make somebody else's day worse, versus I could have just went and watched TV, and maybe I can still game. I don't need to hit the go live button. Doesn't mean I don't, miss the community or miss my friends. But if I can't give those vibes that I want to give off, I'm not hitting the fucking button. If I don't have the energy to do it, I'm not going to do it.
I don't hit the button a lot anymore.
Right. Yeah. Once a week for me, basically, maybe twice. Recently, I'm trying to work towards 3. I would love to hit that 3.
I just need
3
to
sounds so
1.
easy when I say it, but then when it comes to doing it, it's fucking tough.
I think I streamed every day of my life for over a year.
I was there for it.
I'm never signing up for a 24-hour stream again. That's for damn sure. Those are those days when I was like, I had 1,000 followers. I'm doing a 24-hour stream and I'm doing this. That was on TikTok when I hit my first 1,000, and then I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care. And when people are like, how'd you get to 20,000, dude? Like, I feel like I sold my soul, to be honest with you, when it comes to it, because you do, like Lucid was saying, videos and all that shit, burn yourself out where you're hating to hit that button. And I was at that point, and you've seen it, Iron, before I ended up having to take some time off for health issues last year, forcing myself to go live, dude. And Malice, she's not here, but Malice was the #1 person. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, how many times I messaged Malice to check on you? I was like, where the fuck is he at? Pop in your Discord and his fucking crickets. I'm like, where's SquirrelMaster?
She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I got to go live, or else I'm never going to make it.
It wasn't last year. It was the year before that. In 20,
it was
23.
It was last Christmas. Yeah, it was last Christmas. That was a tough time.
Yeah,
that was a.
I'm at 13,000 now, and over half of that is off that one video.
Yeah.
That's what mine's off of. Like, it's off those videos, and I feel the same way. And it's funny that Lucid was saying that, man, that like I got all these followers, I jump in a live, and it's like, and I appreciate, like today, 12 people, 6 people, whatever was in there. I don't even know, because, I started hiding the shit. I don't even look at who's in there. I just talk to chat and go on about my day. I put little like screens over everything.
Think about this, guys. Like my IRL friend group, people I work with, like outside of streaming. they have a hard time understanding why anybody would even ever watch somebody play video games. They're like, what? Like, is that's still a thing? You would be surprised at there's more people that would be surprised of somebody watching a video game stream than not. You know what I mean? Like, there's a large group of the population are like, what? You watch somebody else play video games? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So all those people that follow off of videos and content, there's probably 80% percentage of people that like the video that have never watched a live stream. They just don't do that. They're like, what the fuck? I got better things to do with my time. You know? Yeah. And so I'm very grateful for us weirdos that like watching other people play video games and spending time with them. You know, like we're the weird ones. It's not the other people that don't like when you stand back and think about it, right? Like the population. Think about this. Think about all the friends you have, your family. How many of them actually watch streamers? Probably not that many. You know, like it's very small.
They watch clips. Yeah, they watch clips of those streamers. Like Burnt Peanut. I've never seen one of his streams, right? But I've seen 100 of his clips.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
and like most people on TikTok, they're not there for gaming. They're there for the crazy TikTok shit, you know, the wild ass videos of people fucking playing with their pigs and shooting off fireworks and all the random stuff, you know. Wes says it's not about the video games, it's about the chat. 1,000%. I've told so many people, like, I barely watch the gameplay. I'm there for I show up for the streamer, the person. And chat, absolutely. Chat's got to be vibing and talking, and that's how we make friends and build that community.
I'm not good enough at video games to make it about just the video games, man. It's got to be about chat.
Yeah, that got heavy.
Because I'm not good enough at video games.
Have you guys seen this new AI thing where, like, say I'm on camera right now, instead of me being on camera, it projects like a completely different person, but it mimics my movement and my talking. Like, so basically I could be like a 25-year-old blonde female. Have you seen that?
Peanut does. Only he puts his eyes.
This is completely photorealistic quality. Like, so I saw a video from a streamer and they were like, so you're kidding me. He's like, what does this look like for streaming? Like, literally imagine showing up to a stream for a streamer, vibing out with them for a year, and a year later you find out it's not even a woman, it's a man. He was like, this is a whole nother crazy world we live in. It's real. It's reality now. Like, literally you could project in photorealistic quality whatever you wanted on the screen, whatever you wanted.
Well, it's fucking insane that I post a video of me on the news and people think it's fake.
It's fake. Yeah, you're right. Your own friends are like, that's AI.
That's how good AI's gotten, though. AI has gotten really good, man.
It's a little fucking out of control at this point. You should be able to fucking not tell the difference between reality and AI.
Oh, no. Wes, what do you want me to be, Wes? I'll be a 25-year-old blonde if that's what you want. You podcast said what? Yes, you could be what literally look it up. It's what. And so I've seen these videos and people are making like clips. And I guess they tell the AI to say, hey, make me Egyptian, make me look like a pharaoh. And when I walk, make it look like I'm walking through a pyramid with a torch in my hand. So you see the top half, the reality, and it's a random, just say it's a man walking around with his hand up like this. Well, then the video, the AI, the fake part, dude's in a fucking pyramid. It's dark. He looks like a pharaoh. He's holding up a torch. As he moves his arm, it follows. Like, it looks completely real. Like, it's mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah. Well, the biggest VTuber besides Peanut is a man that's about our age that uses a woman VTube skin. That's true.
Does it look real, though? Like, does it look...
No, not at all. But he does a woman... I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? He does a woman VTuber, so that's the whole... You know, they hated on him because they said he wasn't a real VTuber because his model was so cheap or whatever else.
What's a VTuber? You're gonna have to educate me.
Exactly what
it's the ones that look like a cartoon talking about them, and then mimics like you could be a cat or whatever the fuck you want.
Like the animes thing I was doing for a while on live with the seal and all the skeleton and all that stuff. Yeah, that's all VTubing software. That it's just it face rigs you, and then when you talk and move, it moves with you and. You never have to show your face.
Crazy.
Yeah, I just liked it because it was fun. I didn't care about showing my face, you know. I just liked it because it was fun. Then I saw too many people doing it, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't want to be a SEAL anymore. I mean, that's what I felt like. I was like, you know what? Don't want to do this no more.
Tired of being a SEAL.
Yeah.
I want to be a dolphin.
Well, I used to be in
No,
live
not
as
dolphins. Not after the Peach Bomb episode. Not dolphins. We know what dolphins do now.
We know Iron Squrl wants to swim with dolphins more than
We
ever.
know what the dolphins do. I'll never forget.
Yeah, they're gonna get you when you get on the shore. They're gonna get on your back. I don't even know if that's what you're talking about, but you know, more dolphins hump people at SeaWorld, right? Than anything else.
Yeah, full body. Yeah. This is the thing I'm talking about. Yeah, it's full body swap, full surroundings.
Yeah.
Photorealistic, real time. It's crazy. I can pull up a video.
Well, you know Gronk from TikTok. Or not Gronk. What's his name?
The AI or the football?
No, the guy. The one that you watch from your
Oh,
agency.
not Gronk.
Frank.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, there's another lady that was shared to me by somebody. So all those AI videos now, when they're cutting to people, they're hitting them for that, for unoriginal content.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's crazy.
TikTok is on a whole nother thing. But what's funny is I don't know what's going to happen with it, but who knows, man? That's why I say switch.
Why do they keep why is everything on TikTok such a mystery? That's what I want to know. If you're gonna change shit, just fucking tell us. You know what I mean?
It's pretty shitty run. As much money as it gets fed through it, the things we accept from it from a service perspective as content providers is unacceptable. Like,
good luck talking to
I was
anyone.
talking to somebody the other day. I got my sub payout this past week, right? Like my super fans thing. I have 35, 40 subs. My payout's $36. How the fuck did
mine was $30? It's like,
how does 35 times $10?
Well, I've
$9.99. That's
noticed-
$350. Like, how does it get 30? But there's no breakdown. There's no explanation.
no,
like, what,
none at all.
What?
Do you
what,
look
how
at-
is that acceptable?
Do you look at what you're paying though? Because I've noticed that a lot of my super fans that I have that I pay for, a lot of those are still like $325 or
$2.99, $2.99. Yeah. And that's what I figure it is. I'm assuming that, but why the fuck isn't there a breakdown available? Like, what? How is that? How are we accepting this as creators that there isn't a breakdown on how that payment was calculated? You know, that's just common practice. Like,
here you go. Here's your money.
Why do we accept it? Why do we accept that? I can't even physically see who I'm subscribed to. I can't even see it. Like,
has TikTok put out like tax forms this year yet?
I haven't seen them yet. Usually I have to go find a video that tells me how to get to it again because it's a mystery. It's buried deep down into the settings.
Why is everything so hidden? I don't understand it.
It's really, I have a lot of malice for TikTok. I love it too because I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for a lot of things, but golly, it's so TikTok frustrating. In my opinion, yeah. And then when you go to a platform like Twitch, Twitch has got everything, all the analytics you could ask for. You could see, you have visibility to everything. Like,
yeah, Kick does too. Kick to me is the same platform as Twitch when you really look at it. Like the back end of it, it looks a lot and reads a lot like Twitch does.
The back end,
even though I never really got into it a lot, but TikTok's is absolutely the worst. But it's because people accept it and they're not going to fight it. That's why.
It's the biggest fucking application on the planet. It's got the shittiest backstage I've ever seen. Like, literally.
Right.
And everybody's accepted it since then because it's made for battlers. Let's face it.
Exactly.
That's what it's made for.
I need to. I just when you said Kick, I pulled up my my dashboard and I'm kind of looking at revenue over there and that kind of thing. I have a lot of subs over there still that are paying monthly. I should probably stream there once in a while. Still, I got 15 subs over there.
Yeah. And I bet you can see your payout and how it breaks down.
You can see every single person. Yeah. You get by name.
Something so simple, and like we don't have access to it.
You can see gifted. You can see everything. You know.
And I'm sorry, we're working on it. Bullshit. You're a multi-million-dollar business. You get this shit right day fucking one. I work in a very small environment and manage a very small group, and I can tell you, I wouldn't accept that performance from my goddamn people.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean,
I'm very pissed that that's even gotten this far. You know.
Yeah, it's. I told you today when I didn't think I was like kind of challenging it, you know, because I haven't been on TikTok live in so long. And when you were in there, remember where I sent you the picture of with the follower count with the thing, and I was like, well, TikTok suggested that, so I fucking left it there, right? I wanted to see if I got flagged for it. I put nothing, but that's why I put nothing. If you noticed, my stream, like you said, was very, very clean. The only thing I had was the likes, right? And I still got flagged just for the likes thing on there. How ridiculous is that? There was nothing on my stream but one camera of me, this camera on top, my side camera down below, and the video game. And the likes. That was it.
I don't even have my animated logo on there anymore. It's all gameplay now.
Dude, gameplay camera.
Gameplay camera, that's it.
I'm
thinking about getting rid of TTS, honestly.
Oh, God, don't. I loves the TTS.
I get zero push on TikTok. It's got to be fucking something. You know, that TikTok doesn't like, because I very, very rarely, if ever, see anyone new in my chat anymore.
Same.
Something soon.
Same. Or it's funny because I'll notice
zero push.
I haven't seen Elu. Elu kept getting hit with the unoriginal content every time he hit the button, like instantly. And I think I figured it out. He was on his gameplay capture. He uses a PS5 like I used to with the Elgato capture card. Same exact setup that I had. But I noticed in his stream, I could see the Elgato program. Like at the bottom, it said play, record. And I said, bro, how are you capturing your gameplay? And he's like, I capture the 4K. I was like, dude, you're capturing the capture. I was like, you shouldn't have to run the Elgato program, capture that, and put that in the screen. I was like, delete that, take it out. You should be able to capture just the gameplay. And I said, I bet you the fucking TikTok AI was picking up that you were capturing a capture, so it thinks you're rebroadcasting something, and it's hitting you with unoriginal content. He was like, bro, what the fuck? I never thought about that. But like little stuff like that, like just, I don't know.
And they're not going to tell you why. It's a mystery. You got to figure it out on your own.
Yeah,
it's just wild to me. It's absolutely wild. Like they'll hit you with these random violations and not tell you what you did. You know what I mean? Like I've been hit with nudity on my videos when it was a fucking mountain. You know, it was Mount Rainier. There's a video of Mount Rainier. And they hit me with nudity. Like what? Or illegal drug use.
Naked mountain.
Or illegal drug use, or, you know, just random bullshit. It's like, what are you even fucking talking about?
That's what I got hit for on my Cousin Eddie video from Christmas with that fake cigar in my mouth.
Fake cigar.
Yeah, so that was me, took the picture in the robe, you know, I have that whole dress up thing, right? Well, I used the background to put me in front, you know, AI. Use the same picture, put me in front of the RV, right? Well, I put it up there and it says promoting drug use and smoking. I'm like, dude, I'm not even doing anything.
That shit catches everything.
Like,
the fucking awesome, remember the Matrix, Lucid did the awesome Matrix thumbnail, and he had his hand out with the red and the green Robitussin pills. They fucking hit us for that. They said it was drugs. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, and then it says, do you want to appeal? And you're like, yeah, and it's like denied. No reason.
So I got a strike on my account for a video of me and my kid fake sword fighting with plastic swords at the fireworks stand.
I remember. Yep.
They said promoting explosives and paraphernalia or some shit. So fuck off. You know? And then I've gotten several strikes. I've appealed them in one, but on shop videos, they give me a fucking strike for deadly weapons when I'm showing knives. Like I'm not like acting like I'm stabbing people and shit. You know what I mean?
So how do these
I'm literally showing off a knife that they are selling on their website, and they give me a strike for it.
Yeah, and how do these people have all these videos for the knives on their profile?
These I thought for sure I was getting a fucking strike for these.
That's crazy. How are those, by the way? Serious question. Inquiring minds want to know: are those the ones you build, or did it come already built?
Buddy, you gotta work on your trigger. Your trigger. What's it called? Where you're not supposed to put your finger on the trigger.
Last round hold open, dude. These actually fit in a holster for they fit in my SIG holster, and I got the 2-pack, so it came with a fucking 2 magazines, right? And they have casings and everything. But I can practice reloads with them. And it's perfect for training, like in your house and shit. They're fucking awesome.
Those are cool, though. I thought about getting one of those.
They're awesome. Last round bolt hold open. Like you could bing, bing, and then practice your mag changes and shit. It's fucking awesome.
Iron's the #1 supporter for TTS on TikTok.
Fuck, dude.
Anywhere.
Here's why. Let me do the case. Let me do the case. Let me do the case. I try, to support my friends the best I can. You guys know that, right? We do what we can when we can. There's a lot of times I have a stream up and I'm listening. And if there's no TTS, I have no idea what's going on in chat. I cannot stare at the fucking screen all the time, So TTS keeps me in the conversation. Like I can hear it. I can be present. I can intervene when I want to. And still at the same time, all the time. Without TTS, you're gonna see chat activity diminish. It's gonna go down. Most people don't have time to sit in a 2-hour stream and stay locked in to watch and chat that whole time. That's the case scenario for TTS.
Yeah, maybe. But, and another thing about TTS is that's the only way you know that your comment didn't get blocked.
Yeah, exactly.
TikTok likes to block all your fucking comments.
100%
anything about it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, oh, it wasn't in TTS. They're blocking me for saying, like, I think I was in somebody's, I think it was Riley's, and I was trying to say I love you because I wanted to say, like, say it back, say it back.
Yeah,
they were blocking I love you.
Yeah. I've had friends had to go in where I've been a moderator in streams, and I went and checked the filtered words, and love was on the list of blocked words.
Fucking stupid.
People. Who was that? Somebody I deleted people off.
But you can say
I
you're
don't remember who
itch
it
all
was.
day long. Like
Death Note, I have seen you harass and bully, so
I was gonna say
poor
that
Weber
it's probably a
ever do to you?
true. It's probably a true strike.
I've been bullied and harassed by Death Note. Has anybody else?
I think everybody has at some point.
Once or twice.
And I don't even know her as much as y'all do.
Probably
I
not
think
harassed, more the bully.
Did you see
Yeah,
Death
the
Note's
bullying.
new face cover picture? Her nose pic.
Oh yeah, the top thing. Yeah, it's good. You're good. Y'all went balls. You fucking put the Twitch logo right on it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Like she's in my boat, dude. She gets zero anyone in chat.
Zero push.
I'll go to her chat and I'll be the only one. It's fucking insane. So I mean, at this point, I'm over trying to make TikTok happy. You know what I mean?
And you'll probably do better not trying to make it happy.
Because as soon as you make them happy, they're just going to change it anyway. Like, oh, fuck yeah, I got it. Okay, I have like fucking 12 people in chat for a change. And then it'll go good for like a week. And I'll have new people showing up and whatever. And then something changes. Oh, you didn't make us enough money, so we're getting rid of you. You're off the FYP.
Yeah, 100% TikTok pushes though. Like when you were at the game, I popped in there when you were at the Seahawks game.
Yeah,
dude, 100%. Malice is another example when she was at the Hershey Park thing doing the scare
she had
thing.
800 people in chat.
Dude,
yeah.
no doubt in my mind, TikTok pushes shit from this thing, right?
They do. They tell you that they prioritize
way
lives
more than anything else.
The phone is prioritized first, then it's for lives, then it's TikTok Studio, then it's everything else. That's why we don't recommend going live to TikTok from like Streamlabs or like directly from OBS. Like always use Studio.
I don't recommend going live from Streamlabs to anywhere because Streamlabs is complete trash. If you're using Streamlabs, do better.
Yeah, cell phones get pushed. Yeah, cell phones get pushed. They're prioritized. Those lives are prioritized over Studio lives.
Funny story. I got sponsored by Streamlabs from Twitch. Before Iron, when I was over there, I'm sure you popped in there, Lucid, maybe when I had like 17 to 30 people in there all the time when I was hitting it hard on Twitch. They were always in there when I was doing Jackbox, right? Streamlabs. Yeah, we want to, blah, 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 right? So I come back and I'm like, yeah, so they sent me a shirt. They give me the thing for free. I ain't used it since, dude. I ain't used it since. I'm like,
you better pay me a lot of fucking money if you want me to sponsor Streamlabs because that's the only way it's going to happen. I'd be selling my soul if you ever see me promoting Streamlabs.
All they did was steal OBS's code anyway, but that's another story.
Dude, fucking, it's so bad. It's so bad.
That's another time.
Like, I don't know if you can now, but the thing that really killed it for me is They say when you're like back in the day when I was streaming everywhere, they said, they would say if your stream on TikTok is dead to restart it, you get that initial push again, right? I think that initial push is dead now. I don't think you get that anymore. But back then, so if my stream was dead, I would like to restart TikTok, You could not end one live without ending all your lives. You could not end it individually.
Yeah.
Which is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then it messes up. I was talking to Iron about that though, and all those VODs I found out, Iron, were from Streamlabs stuff. Remember when I was telling you my VODs, I felt like that my videos weren't coming out as clear.
Mm-hmm.
The edits, because all those VODs were coming through Streamlabs. Once I stopped using Streamlabs and I went to OBS and started doing dual stream that way, and I keep TikTok separate, I'm never going to change that. I'm just not going to. I stream TikTok only when I do it, the little that I do, and then everything else gets thrown together. YouTube, everything. Then I multi-stream those. But yeah, once I stopped doing that, it's bad. Streamlabs, not only that, and then it eats up just like TikTok Studio. If you notice how much it eats up of your CPU, it's ridiculous, dude. It eats up more. It eats up more than your video game, bro.
Well, ever since I used Streamlabs, I paid for Ultra or whatever the fuck it is, right? Ever since I used that, now every time I reboot my computer, I get a fucking Streamlabs pop up. It goes straight to their fucking website every fucking time. Like, I've done everything I can think of to get rid of that, and it will not go away.
It's got some type of file somewhere.
Let's just piss you off that much more, so you absolutely never want to use our shit. Like,
I don't have Streamlabs anymore, and it don't pop up for me. I don't have that problem.
Let's make this pop up every fucking time. That's a great idea. Let's just piss them off now, so they never ever use our product again. Like, fuck you.
I was like, hell yeah, go back to Streamlabs because I get all those free overlays, on Ultra, you know what I mean, or Ultra, whatever it's called, like you were just talking about. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, I could click, I get a new overlay. Well, now with the new updates, you click it, it force closes.
Oh,
so you can't even download the overlays. And that's what got me. I was like, you know what? Y'all just took everything away while I was here, because that's the only reason I was here was to click and change my overlay.
I think my ear holes changed size or something. Like I've been messing with these the whole time. Like, I feel like they're
these
falling
ones
out.
are actually too big for me.
Do your ear holes change?
I don't think so, but these ones are actually too big. They're usually sitting like just outside of my ears because they won't fucking stay in.
Something that was not good. The more you read them, the bigger they get.
Usually my ear holes are tight, but I guess they're a little loose tonight because these keep falling out.
I'm not touching that. Keep going.
I wouldn't want to touch that either. That's fucking gross.
I'm not going.
Maybe there's extra wax on them and they're slippery. There's lubricant on these.
It's just like anything else. Why does it? Never mind.
Looks clean. I don't know. I keep having to fidget with them. So you're saying, Luce, I need to go bigger to fill the ear hole?
Yeah, you should. They should have come with different sizes.
It did.
I love these.
Throw a bigger one.
I love these, even though I hate the cord, where I still feel like I'm using something with the cord hanging down. I love these.
Yeah, I hate the cord. It's always like, because I have it on extension with this thing, so it's always falling off my desk and shit. But I will never go back to anything. I might.
Zach Negley.
I have to look this up because I wanted to ask you guys about this because it's way off the cusp of what we're talking about.
You can share your screen too.
The UK. Well, I'm looking it up to see what the lady's name is, so I sound more educated than what I really am. But the UK bank, have y'all seen that?
Oh,
the UK
that's the
bank.
I sent you.
Yes, yeah. Have you seen? So I looked more into that. What you sent me, and I don't know the lady's name, and that's why I said I was going to look it up. Now at least you said it, so I'll leave it to you. But dude, I looked more into that, and that's crazy that they're preparing for a financial downfall for the government to come out and say that extraterrestrials are real.
Yeah, I'll read it. Bank of England told to prepare for a market crash if the United States announces alien life. Helen McCall, who served as a senior analyst in the financial security at the UK's central bank, sounded the alarm. She has now written to Andrew Bailey, the bank's governor, urging him to organize contingencies for the possibility that the White House may confirm we are not alone in the universe.
I thought they already did that like months and months ago.
What's crazier is if you
They never
Google,
said aliens. They just said there's shit flying around. We don't know what it is.
but if you take the excerpt of that person's name in the bank and you Google it, right? Because that's what I'm all about, right? I'm a Googler,
Googler.
So and then you go Google it. I got to show my Googliness. But I went and I looked it up, dude, and it's on Yahoo Finance.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a bunch of places where they are really panicking about this, about the fact that, and if you still think we're the only people here, you got to, I mean, not trying to be mean, but to say in the vastness of the universe that exists, to say that we're the only intelligent life, well, that's pretty shallow of you.
I watched, I don't know if it's an older Y-Files or I missed it somewhere, but they were talking about there's 4 different types of aliens. There's the Greys, the Tall Whites, the Nordics, and then I forget the 4th one.
But you hear that everywhere, though. That's not just Y-Files. That's like any alien thing. People talk about the different kinds.
Yeah, I never heard of the Tall Whites. Like, evidently they're like really attractive, and
the whites are the ones that'll fuck you up. Is what I get from
the
it.
whites look like humans. They look like tall. They're like 6.5 foot tall humans. They're attractive, but like you in the detail, like evidently the Greys have better technology and they're further away, like their home galaxy, but the whites are closer.
The Greys are the ones with the big weird shaped head.
Yeah, the ones I don't like.
And then the Anunnaki.
The Greys are
what's
what's at CERN, but that's another subject all in itself.
But so the case was like we made contact at Roswell or whatever, and then like they did a timeline of technology, like in 1956, like they showed. Like the computer we had in 1956 was like humongous. It was the size of a fucking tractor trailer.
Right.
And then all it took was 3 years after Roswell. 3 years later, we took that same computer that was the size of an 18-wheeler and got it down to the size of a fucking microchip. And so they started naming off all the inventions that came out in that same time period, like 3 or 4 years after Roswell. It was it was computer chips. It was titanium. Like we started using titanium to fly.
Those are cool.
I ordered one.
Capacitors. Dude, it was just like lasers. You realize we didn't have laser technology. We didn't have lasers until 2 years after Roswell. Like all this different shit came out right after Roswell. There was like this technology breakthrough. Like
I can't quote the years, but what's crazy is so the underwater lines that are ran that we still use, right? Those were in the 1800s. You know that, right? The ones that were dug through the ocean. That's the 1800s. They were around Abraham Lincoln's time. They were already dug. If they would have had the technology for fax, do you realize that Abraham Lincoln could have sent a fax to Japan and asked for samurai help in the Civil War?
What the fuck?
They all existed in the same timeline. If you look it up, they were all together.
What?
Yeah, samurais were still around during the Civil War. It's crazy, and those lines were already there, and we still use them to today. Funny enough,
that sounds like a badass video game story.
But when I got my haircut,
imagine that trailer. Imagine
shop.
that video game trailer. We're taking you back to the Civil War, but we're adding in samurais.
Have you seen the game? I think it might be out now. Called Kingmakers. Have you seen it?
Yeah, the one where you can come with cars and guns and stuff.
Dude,
I don't think that's out yet.
Bad.
But
just like in medieval wars with like
you sent me a video for that like 6 months ago. How close is it to coming out?
I don't even know.
Not close still. You're still like 7 months out.
Fuck, yeah, that game was crazy, guys. Kingmakers.
I'm waiting on that to come out
or something.
I don't know if they did or not.
The new Forza's got a date now. The new Forza game's coming out in May. I want to say May 14th or May 7th, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'll be married before GTA 6 comes out. I'll have my first marriage under my belt before GTA 6 comes out.
My first marriage. Yeah, it still says coming soon on Steam.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near done. It'll
come out the same time GTA does.
Yeah.
Oh, so one other thing I wanted to throw out there. I didn't send you this one, so this is a loop. And I'm not making this up, guys. There's a viral like rumor going around online. It's been going around for a couple of weeks now, but it's saying that the Earth is going to lose gravity for 7 seconds on August 12th, 2026.
Well, that'll be
allegedly
fun.
causing 40 million deaths and widespread devastation. The
When is
rumor
this?
also alleges that NASA is secretly preparing for this event through a project called Project Anchor, reportedly with a budget of $89 billion. NASA's denied the claims. Evidently, there's like a total solar eclipse on August 12th, but there's like a weird planetary alignment that doesn't happen, like with Mars and Venus and all that. And they're saying the Earth's going to lose gravity. Imagine 7 seconds we lose gravity. People just start floating up. How far do you go in 7 seconds? They just fucking boom, just drop.
Well,
Yeah.
if there's
I'm saying
zero
inside.
gravity, you're not gonna like. If you're moving, you're gonna start floating. But if you're just like sitting still, you'll stay on the ground.
You're
Right?
thinking like low gravity, like moon. Zero gravity with the Earth spinning.
I'm
shit
thinking
would
like
just-
in the space shuttle. Oh, true.
You just fucking
True. I
fly.
didn't think about that. The Earth
Y'all
is
ever had
spinning.
those dreams at all
Spinning
when you
very
were
fast.
flying and you couldn't control yourself? Have you ever had those dreams before? Anybody? Or am I the only one? Like in a dream, you started flying and you couldn't control yourself. You start grabbing poles and you don't want anybody else to see. Anybody else ever had that dream?
What the fuck?
No, I'm the only
No.
one.
Never.
Okay.
yeah.
Premonition to zero gravity. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm
So,
the alien.
You know, in Australia, they wear belts that keeps them stuck to the ground.
Huh?
I need to get one of those fucking belts.
Yeah, I'm hooking to something.
Never mind.
Yeah. August 12th, I'm strapping myself to the bed and I'm not getting up.
You're
Well, so
always
I'm-
strapped to the bed. Come on now.
So you've never, I really got to get asked this question now. So two questions. Sorry, I got my back scratcher again.
Perfectly problematic said you're on your own. Let's talk
Two-
more about your dreams. Let's
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Pennywise visited me the other night. I have night terrors, dude. Yeah, I have really bad night terrors.
I had a dream once. I was in one of those above ground swimming pools in my backyard, and there's a great white shark chasing me around through it, and I was going in circles.
That's crazy. That sounds like some of my dreams.
Yeah, like what the
What the
fuck? I wake
fuck?
up, I'm like, that was the weirdest shit ever.
So when you think inside your head, like right now, if you don't say anything and you think something, do you hear a voice, an inner monologue? Do you have an inner monologue, or do you hear nothing?
Nothing.
Really?
I do. I'm
Unless it's like a song or a speech or, like
No,
I'm
like when you're
recalling
talking, like
something.
right now, if I'm sitting here and I go and I start thinking in my head, like what I'm gonna say, I can hear an inner monologue.
I would say I do somewhat. Yeah.
You don't. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's just
Anybody
your
in-
thoughts talking to you, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, do you know that there's 50%? Like it's literally split half and half. Half have an inner monologue and half don't. I have not
man.
like outspoken conversations with myself, but I have full thoughts like in my head when I'm doing things. Like I can hear myself. I can hear thoughts. I
need some chat
That's
interaction
crazy.
here.
Like I have a
Who-
hard time focusing, like during the podcast sometimes. Like you'll go like let's say SquirrelMaster goes on a tangent, and I'll just be like sitting here
Mhm.
thinking to myself, and then I'll have no idea what you said.
Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, what
That's-
were we talking about?
That's
It's why-
definitely the ADHD. I do that to myself half the time.
yeah. I
You're
mean,
talking and be like, what did I
maybe
just
I
say?
have ADHD in some.
Negley says
a
no.
little bit.
Negley
You
doesn't
don't-
have one.
You
either.
don't
He's
have an
on
inner
team-
monologue?
he's
Anybody
with me.
else? Anybody? No, yeah. Well, I don't know if you know Paul. So one of
I
my
don't know
buddies,
if it's
Paul from
literally a
England.
monologue, but it's my thoughts. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you
they
hear
have a
something.
voice. What's the
but you
voice
hear
sound like?
something. Me.
Like,
I
Sounds
feel
like
like.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yours sounds like you, Lucid?
yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. No,
Mine
I'm
sounds
saying
like
like that's
Squirrel, the voice
I
of
would want
reason.
I would want mine to sound like
no, but I mean
What's,
that's
Iron,
a
literally
narrator.
right? Oh,
split.
come on.
I want Samuel L. Jackson.
Team Iron.
I want my thoughts. I want
Team
my
Iron
thoughts
on
to
no
be
inner
like,
monologue.
I want
Yeah.
my inner monologue to be Samuel
But
L.
we got
Jackson.
on, dude, we had a 30, 45-minute discussion about this on Twitch because he was like, do you really know that people don't have monologues? I'm like, they don't? He's like, I don't. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. I've never heard of somebody every day. I mean, literally, I'm not going to say, like I said, it's not like I continuously answer myself, but when I think something, I hear in my head.
Same. I do too.
Yeah. Yeah. See? Marissa does. It's crazy. They say the people that don't are the simulations, by the way.
You're real and I'm not.
That's what they say.
You're fake as fuck.
I don't know. I hope that's not true.
Oh, that's
I
not
hope you're
true.
real. Let me see if you're
You're a
real. Let me
droid.
see how you touch your.
My
you touch
nipples hurt.
yourself like that.
Yeah. When I pinch my nipples, I can feel it.
Yeah, it feels real to me.
Oh yeah.
Daddy, chill.
But yeah,
Oh,
there's a lot of people. I didn't know that there were so many people that didn't have that inner
I
monologue.
need another
Ange,
energy
do you
drink.
hear your own voice when you think? I need more
Guaran-
chat. Zach, Zach,
guaran-
look.
Guarantee
Zach,
Riley
do
does.
you hear your own voice?
I
want to
guarantee.
hear somebody cool.
You want to hear somebody cool like what? Morgan Freeman.
Morgan
Like, who do
Freeman
you-
was who I was trying to think of.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan
just talking in your
Freeman,
head the whole time.
My thoughts, I feel like instantly.
My thoughts sound like John Wick. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Yeah, funny. Well, speaking of 16
It's
of
just
them,
16 different voices. Shit.
that's another problem. That's not. That's
Aliens
not
dropped Iron off and said they'll never know it's him. He doesn't have an eternal.
Yeah, the first time. So like the
You're
first
back.
time of yeah. You got to raise your hand in the thing, right? No, I'm just kidding. But the first time I saw aliens, Iron, was when I lived in Fort Hood, man.
Oh,
I lived
so
right off the base. Oh, go ahead. I'll reel me back in.
reel it back.
Yep. Thanks.
I've known you for almost 2 years, and I
Yeah.
don't remember you ever mentioning you're in this journey together. We've both seen aliens.
Oh, dude, I've seen more than that. You've never heard my stories about this? Did you not watch when Malice and I were when Malice was on our podcast and I was talking about my buddy Putnam, that's one of the original, like he's part of the family of the Salem witch trials. And yeah, so there's a long story about that. That's
Aliens.
a
Separate.
ghost thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alien wise, dude, I was a kid, man. I remember because the artillery goes off so hard when we grew up in Killeen as a small lake kid, right? That our house would shake when they were out in the field doing this stuff, right? So we'd be kids, we'd sneak out. You know, back in the day, dude, we didn't have like all the cameras, right? You know how it is. You were same age or older, a lot older. But we would sneak out of the house and we would look up at the sky. You know, we'd be running around and be pitch black outside, right? Well, so my family actually, my great grandma's house was where Fort Hood is built now. So there's a hill in it's called Sugarloaf Hill, and they've built a tunnel inside of there, and there's a whole base inside this mountain. Well, it's not a mountain, it's a hill, right? Well, dude, we're outside, and I remember being a kid, and this is not something that I can forget. And I remember looking up and seeing two lights dancing together in the air.
Okay.
And I remember staring at them, and I remember something telling me that it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like something in my head, like it wasn't, it's weird. I don't want to say I was like abducted. Like,
Oh,
you know, all
no.
that
There's
stuff,
a lot of
but-
reports that there's like
Squirrel
a connection or thoughts.
But
So
I
you
remember
didn't physically see. You didn't see. an
No.
alien.
I've never seen like I don't know. I mean, to me, aliens can be any of us because if their technology is greater than ours, they can definitely mask themselves, right? I'm just saying. I mean, we're not that bright.
I've been
I guess
touched. I've been touched by
Yeah,
an alien,
front side or back side,
Ouch.
just like Lucy's doing.
just like that.
That was the last thing I saw was right to my face, and then boom.
Dude,
Yeah, well, I think yeah, that's what they did. They said, "Hey, you," boop. But they only have three fingers like this. Here, hold on. It's like this. Boop. Hold on, let me put it in here. Does that remind you of something?
Fuck that
Iron?
hand.
Does this remind you of something?
I got chill bumps.
got your baby arm out.
My
Baby
strong
hand.
hand. I gotta stir it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. They stole my inner voice, evidently.
But yeah, dude, I mean, like to me, I think that I don't know, man. I think the alien encounters and that stuff, dude, is I'm a big believer. I believe in. We could go down that road of religion, right? But I believe still that there is a higher power, which you can call God, right? There is somebody that knows way more than us. I don't care what you want to call it. That's to me is God, right? But I think that at some point it's kind of, and I don't mean to draw it into a comic book because that makes it kind of funny, but kind of like what they described in Marvel, right? So when the timeline branches get so big, they're going to intersect each other, you know? And at some point, something we've done here has caused us to intersect those timelines, and things aren't the same as what they used to be. Like, I'm a big person that says, dude, I can go outside today and have a great day and be in a great mood, but it does not smell the same outside as it used to. I don't think it's the same to me. And I know that may sound crazy, and you've heard me say it before, but I draw it all to CERN. I'm sorry, but I do, man. They're messing with stuff in CERN that they shouldn't be messing with. We shouldn't be looking for the God particle that makes up life. You know, we got homeless populations. We got other things to solve here on Earth besides nuclear war, right? And that's why I think aliens would just fly by us, to be honest. They're like, look at these dumbasses. They got nuclear power and they're just going to nuke each other. Watch this. You know?
So what you're talking about timelines reminds me of a show. Have you ever seen the it's on Disney Plus called Loki? You ever watch that show?
Yeah. Loki,
oh my God. Was like mind blowing. Just the whole timeline thing they got going on.
And that's why, you know, the doomsday that's coming, right, is because Loki brought back that timeline that they trimmed that stopped it from intersecting. Loki brought that tree back to life.
Is that show coming back?
No, not Loki, but Doomsday that comes out later this year, right?
Okay.
That's where Iron says now he's in his villain phase.
Era.
Yeah, villain era.
I'm changing. I'm rebranding soon. I'm going to be Dr. Doom Squrl.
W. Young SquirrelMaster. Yeah. Oh,
Dr.
boy.
Doom Squrl.
The Young SquirrelMaster.
No, yeah. Loki was.
I'll be Dark Lucid.
Loki was one of the best Disney Plus spinoffs from Marvel. Like that, Loki was good. But yeah, there's no more. Like those are just like short things, and you almost have to watch them to keep track of what's going on because the next big Marvel movie is going to have some type of knowledge, you know, contained from that show, and you're going to be lost. Not lost, but there'll be some gray spots if you want to stay really true to the lore.
Lost was a good show.
Lost. I've never watched one episode
Lost?
of that.
I've watched
that 5 times all the way through.
Yeah. Yep. Me too. Me and the wife. We were just talking about the other day. We need to watch that again.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
I was just saying we need to watch Police Academy and Nerds again. I wasn't saying
I forgot to show off. I mean, I know you can see my SquirrelMaster hat, but I didn't show.
I love that shirt.
Let's get Squirrely shirt.
Are those still staying good? Serious question, because I just got into it with them. You know, I visited their factory in Texas where they make all this stuff, and I hope that it all stays.
Yeah, I've watched it many times.
You know the T-shirt with the alien that we did the alien thumbnail on?
Mm-hmm.
Mine is like chipping off.
Oh man, that's up.
It's like flaking off and shit.
Through the same people?
Yep.
Yeah. DTS.
I hope Riley got his stain out of the Iron Squrl hoodie he ordered. He never said back. He said Ange was going to work on it. It's like, just get a refund. This is unacceptable.
It came with the stain.
Back to CERN. We're jumping all over the place.
I told you I'm ADHD. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's the three of us combined. That's our superpower.
Me.
It's our superpower. Taco Squad.
I didn't know what I had to put on. So I was going to put this one on. This is the one I got from them. Look at this. So let me tell y'all, if you get, the stitching that we got, like in the Taco Squad hat, like the SquirrelMaster hat, like all y'all's got y'all stitched, right? Don't ever get one from them that's the same print as this for a hat, by the way. Can y'all see that? The outline on it when I get out? You can see the dirt outline from the press that they used on the hat.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh,
it looks good though. That hat looks good.
It looks good, but in the close up, you can see it get shiny. See it right there. So in person, you can see it. You can actually
see it on here too. It's how they you can see where the heat press was is what it is. You can see the pattern of the heat press on there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. It's my personal opinion, but where does the pressure bands matter if it comes to?
I had this one made through lids.
Yeah, like
$70 hat.
Huh?
Yeah.
Probably a $70 hat.
No, custom, it's way more than that.
I love
way
hats.
more than 70. Detergent, yeah, I'm sure stronger detergents would deteriorate the shirts a little more. Mine might have been good. That worn looks in, man. That faded worn looks cool.
So what were you saying about CERN?
So they fired that thing up and they found the what's it? The something Hones particle. What's the name of the particle?
They haven't found the God particle yet. They think
Higgs
that they
boson.
did.
The Higgs boson particle.
Yeah.
They've had it once. They found that Higgs boson.
Well, they're all about the dark matter they don't even know fucking exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
Creating a mini black hole. Like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
So the thing about CERN, right? So I didn't know this, and I went and looked at the one. So in Dallas, there's a hydrogen collider, right? A lot of places. There's a few of them around the world, but the one in Switzerland, CERN, is the biggest one, right? The whole goal behind it is take two atoms, run them as fast as you can in a circle, and eventually they meet up and smash into each other, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, the computers they're using, I think I was telling you this before, that they're still computers from like what you're talking about before Roswell, you know, like they're still using old stuff. And I've been watching TED Talks and stuff from Elon and a bunch of other people that do supercomputers, and they want to get, you know, those heartbeat computers tied up to it. And to me, that's what really scares me, man. And I'm sorry, but if you look at when they first fired up CERN and when they say they first started finding these particles, shit started changing, dude. I'm not going to say whether if you're a religious person and you believe in, if you're a Christian, they're opening up something we don't need to see that equals to that religion. You know what I mean? But whatever the hell they're doing, you know, well, Stranger Things is based off of a true story from New York. Right?
Yeah,
New York and New Jersey, right?
I had no idea.
But the crazy thing is like, do we really, why do we need this? What are you going to do with it? Like they say at CERN, and this is a fact, you can look it up. They say they sent light back in time. How do you know? How do you know that?
Everything they do, everything that they do is to figure out how to weaponize it. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, money.
What they're trying to do.
Money.
Yeah, and why would you have a Shiba statue? I don't know if you know, y'all know who Shiba is, but they got a Shiba statue outside of CERN. Shiba is the Indian god of destruction.
Oh, what?
Perfect.
Yeah, and if you look it up, I'm telling you, you can look it up right now. They've had people. This is years ago, dude. I've been studying this for 10 years. I'm just telling you. There was people that were doing rituals at the statue of Shiba that people have caught.
What?
Look it up. It ain't,
you hear me typing?
Like I'm saying this is facts that I don't know if it's facts that they were doing something, but there are people that were gathered. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now. Like it's and why would you have the god of destruction? Why would you put that there?
Here's the AI overview. The Shiva statue at CERN is a 2-meter bronze Nataraja dancing Shiva gifted by India in 2004 to symbolize the connection between Hindu philosophy's cosmic dance of creation and destruction and the subatomic particle dance studied at CERN.
Yeah.
What
then if you really want to go crazy, look up rituals done at the statue. And look at those. It's crazy, dude. They had people there doing at nighttime when CERN's closed years and years ago, dude. Before this was a popular subject, you can see them there at CERN doing the thing. And you know that CERN will not hire scientists that are over a certain age. They hire only young minds.
What?
That's all. This is what I'm saying. But besides the part of like the rituals, because no one really knows what was happening there, but there is video of it. Why do they only hire young minds? Why aren't they hiring old scientists that have all the fucking experience?
Easy to shape them. That's crazy. What about CERN, the South Pole? Have you guys heard about the neutrino detector that's at the South Pole?
I've heard about it, but I haven't.
Lucid shaking his head. Yeah. So there's this thing, guys. You can Google this too. It's just just Google South Pole Observatory, and it'll pop up. But dude, this thing's massive, and there's like these hundreds of like poles that go down miles into the ice, and they're supposed to detect incoming neutrinos from space, which neutrinos are a certain type of particle that can pass through all matter. It doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. It completely will pass through everything. And so I forget why they picked the ice. There's a lot to it, but like what they say it does and what people that actually work there, like there's a guy that came out, a whistleblower, who's saying what it really does is, like Lucid said, they're weaponizing it. And they're also saying it's a communication device for other aliens and shit, like because neutrinos are connected to the particles that can talk to one another instantly. What is that called? The subatomic particles that Lucid's like, I don't know.
I know what you're talking
but
about.
They're saying it's a communication device as well. Like,
yeah. Well, I got a question. If this is not a simulation, this is true too. And I can't think, but there's a matter, like part of the matter, your subatomic mass, like you're talking about, right? The smallest stuff that makes up all matter, right? Have you seen the studies where if they're not looking at it, it doesn't react? Once they look at it, it starts to move. Why does that happen?
Or
you know what I mean? Like, why? If it's an autonomous act of something that is not controlled by us looking at it, by a matrix, by a
I think we talked about that on the
simulation
podcast. Yeah,
that's crazy. That like you look away, it stops moving. You look at it, and they've shown it. It's proof. You know, that's scientific proof that this happens. What the fuck's going on? I know the more I know, the less I know. You know what I mean? It's like,
you know what else is a weapon is the Harper ray.
The Harper, yeah. So this is kind of connected to it, that South Pole thing. So this was just on the Sean, which by the way, I'm totally falling in love with the Sean Ryan show. That's a fucking great podcast. But this guy and he has evidence that he worked at the South Pole. He's saying that he's witnessed advanced directed energy technologies, and in some interviews has referred to them as earthquake machines or HARP on steroids. Like he's saying he's witnessed them cause earthquakes. He's witnessed them cause weather events using this machine at the South Pole. He was on Sean Ryan like a couple weeks ago.
They've came out and said they use weather changing stuff now. Like now they're open about it, and we act like we're not shocked.
That's hard. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're like, it's there, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. Act like you're hiding something, and we'll be more interested. That's
well, yeah.
That's population of Earth. You know what I mean?
Fucking stupid. You know, like we know what you're doing. Oh look, Harper Ray's active, and then there's a huge fucking hurricane that hits the Carolinas. Weird.
I'm not sure if there's always been a healthy mistrust for the government, but I can tell you this: after COVID, if you didn't learn that the fucking government will lie right to your face, then you weren't paying attention.
They're
you
were
were
make
not
money off of fucking
paying attention.
Trying to make money off the stupid COVID shot. That
oh my gosh!
I've never had it. I had true story about COVID. I've had it twice. Second time, I felt like I was gonna die. Not gonna lie. I was eating a pizza box because I was trying to prove to point to somebody that I could not taste anything. Like, so I bit the cardboard. Like, look, I can't taste the difference between this pizza and this, right? And I was in bed for 4 or 5 days. My mom, who has other health problems, had it 3 times. She's had cancer 5 times. So, but she's had that 3 times, and it caused her COPD to act up, right? But I think dude, most of this stuff, it's all us fucking around. That's what I truly believe. And I'm not going to say it's China with the all that, you know what I mean? Whatever it is.
We're going to find out, right?
But we try to find out, or like, we got to know what this is. Just like we were talking about CERN with the God particle, right? We got to find out. No, we fucking don't. Some things we weren't meant to fucking know. Some things we're not meant to know. Some things we should just keep going. There's Riley. Riley, do you have an inner monologue?
Cool. We found the God particle. Now what?
Riley's here.
Who cares?
He mentioned God particle, and Riley showed up.
First thing, I'm like, hey, Riley, do you have inner monologue?
I gotta show Riley. I wasn't lying.
100% he does.
Riley was wearing this same exact black T-shirt, red, on stream earlier, and I was in his chat before we started the podcast. And I was like, dude, I'm wearing the same exact outfit. Like, what?
Looks good, man. You look like I got
Riley's
a couple
inner
trees
monologue
to
is
cut down.
ChatGPT.
And it is. Oh, he asked me what brand it was. It's American Eagle. I've had the shirt forever. It's thick. It's gonna last. It's gonna outlive me.
I haven't worn jeans. That's just, I don't know why. I just
all
thought
right.
about
So
that.
yeah. Back to
But
back to like mistrust. Like, I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's our age. Maybe if there's anybody older than us in chat, like, has there always been a healthy mistrust for government, or did COVID really like bring that on? Because I feel like once I saw COVID, and like paid attention and really paid attention to what was being told to us versus like reality. Thank God for fucking Joe Rogan. Like Joe Rogan was literally the one person who was just asking questions like, are you sure about that? Well, why are you saying this? Are you sure?
I've never trusted him.
Never.
No,
Yeah,
never.
I had a
Never.
good trust. I feel like I had a good trust for it. I had no idea. I guess I was just naive. You know,
Not
I had no
to
idea it
sound-
was that bad. I had no idea it was that bad. Like there were so many things.
9/11 is what made me stop trusting the government totally
Yeah.
as an adult.
See.
I'm not gonna. I mean, I hate to say it like that. I'm not saying that it was a frame set up, blah blah blah, right? But
100% it was.
that's
I'll say it.
but that's what made me. But that's what made me too many questions, too many things that could not be answered. You can't find all these black boxes, but we can find perfect example, and I'm not trying to talk about this because I don't like to get into politics. We talk, but
Well,
blah, blah,
Negley
blah,
brought this up.
but we go
Negley's
get-
second
we
go
can-
around brought that up.
we can go pull somebody else out of another government in 2 seconds, so we can find somebody hidden in a hole, right? But we can't find out who. We don't know how the buildings fell. We don't know how. You get what I'm saying? We can't release those reports. We can't say that yes, they did say this because we lived during that time, that they did say another plane hit here, and then we saw the footage happen where it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, too many things, whether or not I'm saying it's a government can cover up or whatever else, but too many questions. Questions create
Well,
non-trust,
I saw some shit on the Venezuela thing saying that the guys that went in there were like alien technology. The Americans that went in there.
Yeah, well,
They interviewed
went-
one of the guys that was there or some shit, and things that he'd never imagined were even feasible.
Yeah. They blasted them with shit that
fucking
made them where they couldn't
subsonic-
move.
Yeah, the
with
subsonic
stuff
sound
that they couldn't
thing.
move. Yeah. And that's, I feel like in a way, and I'm not trying to get into that, but I feel like in a way that's a show of power on our side, right? Like, you guys think y'all have some shit? Let me show you something. You know what I mean?
Hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're
And-
openly using it now, that means we've had it for 20 years. And
No,
the stuff
imagine
they
imagine
have
what they're
now,
showing.
we're not going to see.
Yeah, what do we have that's way better than that?
Oh, yeah. Those
You know what
fucking
I mean?
UFOs. I'm pretty sure 80% of UFOs reported are us.
So the war room in 3 Corps headquarters in Fort Hood. Like I said, I'm from Fort Hood. My uncle used to own a computer store right off the East Gate. We ran all the Cat 5 cables for the 3 Corps headquarters war room. The technology that we had to sign off, which I can't, you know what I mean? I can't still talk, but what we had then, we still haven't seen.
How
We
many
still
years
ain't
ago was
seen
that?
it. I was 22. That was before I did IT
45 years
recruiting.
ago.
Yeah. Fuck
45
you.
years ago.
Fuck you. I almost said, yeah. You see, I was like, yeah. No, not that long ago. But 20 years ago-ish, right? So 20 years ago, we had stuff that was but we could see where every vehicle from an enemy, and I can tell you this right now. I went in there and I seen it with my own eyes. This I can talk about. They had the screen up, and you could see where every vehicle was around the world, pinpointed.
Oh, yeah.
They upload to GPS, and they can run off of like a video game, like a RTS video game. They're looking top down and going, no, you go here. We have intelligence that this is here, and it's all on a fucking screen. And this was 20 years ago, dude. And we're thinking that we have AI technology, and we're just now. Imagine what we have as consumers, the government, what they're holding back. They're holding back way 10 times stronger shit than what we got, dude. We have no idea. Like, and there's
1,000%.
there's no idea.
You talk about GPS. I watched a long documentary on GPS, like Google Maps, like we use. Like the government didn't want us to have that, so the inventor wanted to use it as like a mapping system for everybody to use, and the government got their hands on it and was like, oh fuck no, oh hell no, we can't give them this. This is ours, and like they took it, and then it took several years for them to say, well, okay, we'll give them some of it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, look at the borders on even Google Maps. They change every year, dude. The U.S. border changes. The states change. They can update the shit. It's all. Oh man, like I said, just not to sound crazy or like a kook, but when you say don't trust the government, I don't trust anything that comes across, man, unless I see it with these two blue eyes. You know what I mean? I don't trust shit because AI has gotten so good, you know?
I think it's healthy to have a curiosity for the truth. I think if anything, it's okay to question what's presented to you, you know?
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between common sense and then just having a healthy curiosity. And like I said, fucking the shit that went on with COVID was just, I mean, to tell us we were going to need vaccines that hadn't been tested and talking about fucking passports, people are going to have proof that they had vaccinations, but yet it's like the same people are saying you don't need an ID to vote. Like, what the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to trust you or take you serious if you're saying you need a fucking ID to prove you have a vaccine that we don't know nothing about? We don't know the effect.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, you want to vote? You want to vote for the next president? Nah, you don't need an ID. You're good. You're good.
So,
You need an ID to prove that you spent your money to buy this fucking shot. But
Here's
you want to
one.
vote? That's okay. That's okay.
Here's one for you. So I think the same thing about COVID as I think about this. Do you remember in school, we're all around the same age and most people in here are, right? Did you ever draw that S, the sussy S in school? The three lines?
Yeah.
What is that from? No, what's it from?
It's from
Disney Channel.
There is no company that has that logo.
What is it?
It's they say it's the sussy X. It's not even. There's nothing there that is that. If you look it up, there is nothing. They say it was there's conspiracy theories, right? It was a government implant to see how easy they could make us with following instructions and how fast we would follow in line and start doing this.
Holy shit!
There is no company that has that S. Not a single company. And I think the same thing about COVID. They were testing the theory of if they told us to lock in place
or whatever.
No, I think it's more of like what's it called?
Stussy.
What's those CIA projects? Yeah, the Stussy or whatever it is.
Huh.
There was no company though that in that time. Why did we all draw it?
You're right.
Well, yeah, I just looked up the logo and it shows what everyone drew, but that company doesn't. I don't see that logo.
There's nothing. I'm telling you, why
So
did
how did it start? How did it spread when we didn't even have the internet?
we didn't have because I'm telling you, anyway. But it's not.
I'm gonna look that up. As soon as we get off the podcast, I'm gonna be going down that rabbit hole.
But it's the same thing. I feel like they did that to see what would happen to the population if they told us to shelter in place, stay inside. You're gonna die if you come outside.
Oh yeah.
Though I've had it. All right. Like I'm not discrediting COVID as it was. I have family personally too. You know what I mean? But the severity of it, especially in the United States, we did not experience it like other countries did. We didn't. We definitely didn't. We didn't have the death rate. We didn't have anything. It was to see what would happen if we were told.
The death rates are all fucked up too, though. I mean, that just goes further into the conspiracy. Like there's so many. My dad passed away in the hospital because he didn't take care of himself with diabetes. He happened to have COVID as well. On his death certificate, they put he died of COVID. It was not. It was fucking diabetes. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw what happened. And there's hundreds of thousands of people that died in a car wreck that had COVID, and they said COVID killed. You know what I mean? Like you can't. All those numbers are spoofed. And same with other countries. Like China's got the lowest COVID death rate ever. You trust their number? You know what I mean? Like it's. The collection of data is so untrustworthy when it comes to that.
But what's name? I mean, there's not. It's COVID to me is just. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things.
Flu. You get it. If you have a strong immune system, you're going to build up some immunity to it.
Who did they give? Who did they say had the flu during COVID?
Do you know how many people died of the flu?
Nobody had the flu. Do you know how many people
die of the flu every year though? Like it's a lot.
Yeah, but nobody was diagnosed with the flu during COVID either.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I've never had a flu shot in my life. I've had the flu once in my life. My wife used to get the flu shot every year. She got the flu worse than anyone I know every year. She quit getting the flu shot. She hasn't had the flu since.
Okay. Plenty of those things. Yeah, I've heard plenty of those stories. I don't mind saying it. Besides school, I haven't had a booster shot, anything since school. since it was regulated. You know, we used to get them.
Yeah.
We used to have our shot records to go to school. Right. That I haven't had them as an adult. I have never, and I'm definitely not spreading that to everybody saying that's what to do. You know what I mean? But I haven't had any of them. And besides me getting sometimes sick, you know what I mean? I haven't had anything that was related to those shots that would have saved me from being sick. Not one time.
The only thing I have had is because of work, they make me get a tetanus shot constantly. Fucking all the time.
And makes sense with what you do.
I think they've given me hepatitis once or twice. Hepatitis shot, not the actual. They haven't given me hepatitis,
I was like, man, that's fucked up. They gave you hepatitis. Like, I hope you got extra bonus for that or something.
Yeah, right.
You get bonus pay, hazard pay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sax, what's up?
Cody, my brother. That's my brother.
Yeah,
he's definitely.
I think it's a risk. I mean, it's everybody's personal choice. I mean,
whether or not it's, like I said again, I'm not preaching that as I'm pro or against getting anything you want to get done to you or your child. You know what I mean? But for me personally, that's all I can talk about, right? I can't speak for, and I'm a big person about saying that, is I can know you and I can know Lucid, I can know my brother, I can know all these people as well as I want to know them, but I only know their experiences. I cannot walk in their shoes. I cannot see through their true eyes of what they've experienced, you know?
Like, you want to get a COVID shot? It's not for me, but go for it. It's your body. But when the government starts forcing it and firing service members because they refuse to get it, or I got one. I got the bare fucking minimum. I got the one that they said was the least impactful. You know what I mean? Because I had to for my job. Had I not had 20 years invested in my fucking job, I would have done what a good friend of mine did. He fucking straight quit and moved to South Dakota. You know what I mean? There was several people that said, fuck your shot and quit. Yeah. I had too much to lose in order to do that.
Yeah.
Or I would.
It just sucks that the government, that's where it goes back to the people, Fauci and that fucking little rat. Like, you read that book about him, that's like, I would say it's factual. I mean, it's well laid out that Kennedy put out, Robert Kennedy. I mean, that dude's fucking shady as shit. I'm sorry. And to force, to mandate that someone could lose their job for not taking it when it's their personal choice is just unacceptable.
I mean, the gist of it, like, if we can choose to have a kid or not, we should be able to choose the same thing with anything. You know what I mean? I mean, unless I'm harming someone else, unless they can, and that's what they ran off of. And like I said, I don't like to get into this too much because there's a lot of belief systems, right? It's like when you talk about religion, it's like you challenge somebody's belief system, you know? And there is no right or wrong sometimes because a lot of it's how you believe. But
I know people that got the shot that are close friends and they had reasons, and I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Like whether it be maybe their parents were older and had high risk that, you know, and so they took the shot thinking it would help keep their like I fully support that. I'm okay with that. I just like you go back to Lucid didn't want to take it. He was forced to take it or else. I'm not down with that.
In a way, it's like the HOA to me. If I don't want to fucking cut my grass, I pay for the property, dude.
Yeah, fuck the HOA.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It's the same type of thing. How are you going to tell me what, besides doing this and what I need to do, and as long as I'm not harming my neighbor, right? I should be able to do what I want to do.
Please, Grandmaster, can I paint my fence this color?
Yeah,
fuck you. Fuck you. Guess what? I'm gonna go paint my fence.
Have y'all ever seen I know everyone's seen the meme where the guy he put a fence, like a little fence up beside his house, and his HOA said it wasn't right, and then so he built it to spec, but he put one board higher than the rest, so the fence was going like this. Great.
Fuck, I would never, man. When I did, you know, like I said, I did door-to-door sales for 8 years, dude, right? And I heard that more than I know, that's a whole nother topic too. I could tell you stories that make you even grumble more. But that's what I heard more though from anybody was, what about my HOA? Is it HOA approved? Dude, HOA has a hold on some of these people, bro. You pay your property, you buy your own fucking house, but yet you have to choose what cleaning chemicals you can use in your own house.
And you have to pay them in order to make all your decisions for you.
Yeah, like, no way, dude. No, that's just not
Yeah,
going to
man.
happen. I'm sorry. That's just not. I'm moving.
I have no HOA, and there's times, there's houses in my neighborhood that maybe I wish there was an HOA. So it's kind of like one of those things. It's almost like government, like it's created in good intention, and then some jackass gets in there and just starts micromanaging every little detail and really ruins the purpose of it. Was just, hey, like you can't have a fucking 10 junk cars sitting in your front yard. And try to keep your grass cut, and then it gets transformed into your grass needs to be a 1/4 inch tall and can only be 3 inches tall on Fridays because you got to cut it on Saturday. Make sure it's color green 3A tone. And oh, by the way, your fence has to be 5.236 inches high. Can't be more, can't be less.
And you can't have a bird bath 12.76 feet from the fucking curb. Or
so it starts out good,
that...
and then it gets ruined. Like, like it kind of like the government, 1776, they created a pretty fucking awesome document there, the Constitution. Take us 100, 200 years later, it's all fucked up now. It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Then they get you, you bought the house and you signed the paperwork saying you agreed with the HOA.
Yeah. Yeah, and then good luck getting somebody to buy that shit
nobody reads
outside of there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna sell you this house. Oh yeah, does that? Because how many people nowadays? Before it didn't matter, right? But how many of us now are like, fuck HOA? I will never move into an HOA neighborhood. There's more people like that now. So who are you gonna sell your house to?
I know we didn't want to get too much into politics, so we can keep this unpolitical.
Yeah.
Are we taking Greenland? What's happening there?
Well, yeah, my take on that. So when I told you this, Iron, before, I'm middle, man. I'm definitely one of the few people that I could truly call myself an independent. I'm conservative.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm less,
what do you think about Greenland?
I'm definitely, well, we took it not for us and not to free them, if you want to know the truth. We took them because they supply oil to fucking Russia and China.
Greenland? We haven't taken it yet.
No, not Greenland, but that's another strategic. Sorry, I was thinking Venezuela. Sorry, same shit.
Yeah.
But that's he's gonna say, and this is what they're gonna say, and I'll probably catch flack for this, but Trump's gonna tell you, and the government, our government now, is gonna tell you they did it because no one was protecting it from Russia. If you go and you look up actually why Switzerland is sending more, or Denmark is sending more soldiers in now, this is a true thing from them. No, it's not because of us. It's because of Russia. So they're going to tell you that they pushed their hand to defend what they should have defended before. I think a lot of it's just stirring up shit, dude. That's what I think. I don't think we're going to take shit over there. I think he wanted to stir them up, get them over there. That's why he did a NATO. He did that whole press conference. What was that, today, right? Today or yesterday, with about NATO over there. He was in France, right? And that's what he was talking about. I think it was to push the hand, and some people are going to tell you that, no, that's not what it is and whatever else. But that's my belief, is it was to push a hand to defend what the fuck they should have been defending in the first place.
Lucid?
I don't even know.
Not following it? I think
I talked about it earlier. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, fair enough answer. I mean, that's because I don't fucking know either. That's a real fair answer.
I think
I literally woke up right before this too. So
I think the premise isn't the premise of taking Greenland. It's so there's not, it doesn't leave us open, vulnerable if Russia or China takes control of it. Is that not the premise of it? Because of its strategic location. Same thing we did with the British Virgin Islands. Same thing we did with Hawaii.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like he wanted troops to get stacked up there from other people, not us. That's why he talked about, and you can have your opinion on Trump all that you want, not like him or like him, but that's why he said what he said when he did that press conference, is because y'all should have been here defending this shit the whole time. Y'all weren't here.
Oh, yeah, NATO's fucking joke.
And that's why he made and I'm sorry, but that's my opinion on that part. Now, that I'm not going to say, get into all that's why I don't like to, dive down into politics, but on certain issues, That's what I feel like, is that he was like, here, dude, if you're not going to defend it, we'll fucking take it. Oh, now y'all want to defend it? Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But, and if you ask all them, some people will tell you, oh, no, they're stacking up troops because U.S. said they were going to take it. Dude, they've done these drills for so many years. And if you really go look at it, it's this time of the year for the drills.
How much do you think it is?
There's not that many soldiers there.
How much do you think it is Trump's
many.
just being a kid and he just wants to leave office like I did Gulf of America. And I fucking got a big chunk of land for us.
He
I'm
is
the
the
fucking
fucking
now
kid, dude.
one of the states.
How much is it,
man?
How much is it?
He is though. I mean, as much as he's my president, because I'm an American, no matter what I think of him, he's my president. And just as I'm American, just as well y'all are with me. But back when Gran Turismo 1, dude, I hated back then. I say hate. That's a strong word. I didn't like Donald Trump enough that back in Gran Turismo 1 on PlayStation 1, every yellow car was Donald Trump and I wrecked him. That was before he was president. I'm just saying that's the truth. So if you ask me my personal opinion on somebody, but that doesn't change me my political
Never heard
status
anybody compare Donald Trump to a car.
No, well, that's the only way I could get at it then was like, fuck you, Donald Trump, and run him off the road. But that was before he was president. So I can't, it's not that I don't like somebody, dude. We've had, put yourself in that stance, you know, like, what are you going to do? That's why I'm not a politician. Cause
I think the fucking aliens are telling them we need it. That's what I
Yeah, probably
There's
so.
some fucking base there.
From the Book of Enoch. That's where it comes from. That's why we need Greenland.
So yeah, Sachs is saying we already have bases there. They offered us bases, so it's not about having us there for protection. Is it oil? Is there a lot of oil there? I definitely know Venezuela is about oil. Like I have no.
There's
100%
Venezuela.
oil, yeah.
Venezuela was to block the fucking oil trade going from. That's what that was, 100%. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we can say we liberated and whatever else, but it was to block the oil trade to China and to Russia. But
Russia and China are a force to be reckoned with, man. Like if you really look at how the rest of the world is built, like look at Europe. Europe is just a bunch of freaking small ass little places that don't have dick shit for military. I mean, I'm sorry to put it that way. I'm sorry to offend anybody, but like compared to like the large superpowers of the world, like if Russia come to invade Europe one by one and they didn't have that support of one another, they're screwed. They don't have a chance. And I'm not sure without American help if Europe could defend itself from a Russia or a China. You know, like it's just the way they've built their system, and they haven't put a lot of investment into their military.
Yeah. I mean, Rome failed, didn't it? I mean, in the same sense.
Every civilization fails.
Yeah. And that's what that's where I still stand with all that. We got to be careful of, same thing with the stance on if there's other intelligent life that exists in the universe, right? Are we that small to say that we're the only smart thing that exists? And how, if once we say we're unbeatable, we're beatable. You know, once we drop that guard and say there's nothing you can do to us to hurt us, that's our downfall.
Yeah. Well, we are the longest standing civilization in history, as far as we know. So that right there tells you we're on the brink. You know what I mean? Just a matter of time.
We just got lucky and got an island separated from everything.
Have you seen the studies where it says the collapse happens once like moral ground starts to fail? Like once you start to lose, not just like from a Christianity perspective, but just from a morals, like where you start tossing those out the window, that's when the decline of the civilization happens.
Yeah. I believe it.
For sure. I mean, I hate to say it because it sounds unpatriotic, you know, but if we continue the way we're continuing bickering amongst each other because of this or that, or because of your belief, and we can't sit down and talk about things, you know, I think that's our downfall number one.
That's all it is. Look at the last government closure. Fucking bickering over stupid bullshit. That's all that was. Let's make the entire country suffer. Because we have egos. That's all that was.
Them motherfuckers, excuse my language, but they didn't suffer. They didn't miss a paycheck.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not a single one of them, whether they were Democrat or Republican, none of them missed a fucking paycheck.
I didn't get paid for a month and a half. You know?
Crazy.
You know, that's where I think it becomes, there's a reason why we have the amendment that we have to bear arms. It's against domestic and foreign. right?
And they're definitely trying to take that shit away.
But
Yeah.
you
My
get
state
what I'm
is
saying?
so fucked.
They're whittling that shit away.
My
But
state is trash. I can't wait to move out of this shithole. I fucking
Which-
hate it. I absolutely hate it here.
can't forget
Hate
that
it.
key
I'm
word.
so jealous of
domestic,
anyone that
you know?
doesn't live in this goddamn state.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, as I like to say. You know what I mean? That's what happens. I feel like is we start to go down, and before we know it, we're fighting with our neighbor, and we're not even paying attention to what's really going on.
Unfortunately, the policies that your state have are spreading. So eventually,
Well, it all
20
started with
years from now,
California.
30 years from now,
California's
what's
where it
left?
starts, you know.
Yeah, what's left 20 years from now? Is it 5 states left that are fighting to
Right.
have those freedoms, or
I
do we
mean,
just
fuck.
give up?
They almost flipped Nevada. Nevada used to be one of the reddest fucking states there was. They almost flipped Texas. Like, what the fuck?
Texas,
is
if
going
Texas
on?
flips, it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
With. Florida and Texas, if they flip,
Yeah, and I still don't think that's where my opinion comes in. The fact that I don't think it has to do with red or blue or Democrat or Republican, because at the same time they've switched, right? And that's history.
Yeah. Well, it does, but you got to look at the politics, or the not necessarily the politics, but the what's the word I'm looking for? The beliefs that each side has, right? And the one side's all about fuck the normal guy.
More
I
government.
mean, they both are in the long run, really.
more
But
government, socialism.
yeah, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, but we know better than them. They don't need that. We just need more of their money. That's all. You know.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Like, I don't
Just
know
like
if
the whole tax, the no tax on overtime bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. You know, I just found out, I didn't know this, but you don't get to claim all your overtime. You only get to claim, if you work for time and a half, 1.5, right? You only get to claim that 0.5 on the no tax on overtime. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, like when Peach Bum was on here and she was talking about being a server working in the service industry. You know, I was a bartender, so was my brother, and we made $5, $5.25, $4.25 an hour, and then they tax you on the tips, which barely brought you to minimum wage. Like, how can you tax me more on my tips than what minimum wage people get tips? That just brought me up to there. You know, like that's a fundamental. To me, that's a fundamental problem. You know, I don't know if that's a party problem more than I feel like it's a fundamental problem with us and other countries. You know, like my buddy Joe that lives in Australia. Australia, tipping is they're paid enough where you don't have to tip your waiter when you go in. You know, they're just expected to take care of it. But here, if that's the way we run the system, we should take care of those people. Bottom line, you know. But that's my opinion. I mean, I don't know. You know, like I said, when it comes down to it, I cut in the middle of the road, and it sounds like I've been accused before of not having an opinion as a cop-out. Well, I can agree with both sides. You know, that's the problem. I don't have to take sides to be an American. You know, like I don't have to go, this side's 100% right and this side's 100% wrong. I don't have to do that to be an American, you know? And I think that's where our biggest downfall comes from.
Right.
Is somebody has to be wrong. You know?
100%. Companies that don't pay overtime, even though you work more than 40 hours, how's that work?
Salary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if your salary, you know what you got into when you signed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you sign up for salary.
Well, you know, Georgia's starting to try to get rid of the only reason is because I know because I live here. But they got a vote going up to get rid of state tax. There's still people that charge state and federal tax. I grew up in Texas. I didn't fucking know anybody. I didn't know it any other way. I didn't know that there was a state
income
tax.
tax here.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of it here. That's what I mean. Like, why do we need both? And what do we really get out of it? The roads are still shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, like Washington State is the most, like they don't know what the hell they're doing with their money. Like nobody knows what the hell all this money actually goes to. Oh, we're going to use all this money for, you know, this or that. And none of it ever gets used for that. So where the hell's it going?
You know,
What'd
you
be
know
the-
what, you know what my state's economics look like right now? We have a surplus of $10 billion.
Yeah.
$10 billion surplus.
Fairfax and
I'd say
Loudoun
you're
County
overtaxed.
used to be the two richest counties, right, in America, didn't they? Fairfax and
Mhm.
Loudoun. I'm pretty
Probably,
sure.
probably some of the highest incomes just due to all the government contractors.
Yeah, I think those were 10 years ago were like the two richest counties in America.
Mm. But yeah, our new governor's raising taxes on everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Craziness. Follow
Like I
the
said-
dollar. It's all about the dollar at the end of the day. It really is.
Like I said, I blame the Dead Sea Scrolls. That's all. And CERN. That's it.
CERN.
That's every problem is Dead Sea
CERN
Scrolls.
may have been the
It's,
thing, man. Let's go back to the 80s.
Oh,
Is it
dude.
because
just
we were kids, or were the 80s and 90s just that kick ass?
I just Googled my state for surplus.
Mhm.
Now this is one of the most taxed states in the country, and they only have 10 to 16 billion surplus.
It's good. At least they're in the plus. What's California's? I already know the answer.
Yes.
You already know the answer. 18 billion.
Bullshit. They're in the red.
Oh, they got money. What they do with it's another subject. But
They spend it all on Diddy oil.
yeah.
Last I checked, they were in the red.
Truckloads.
Like they couldn't balance their budget. They were having to ask for more money from the government. I wonder if
Weird. Yeah,
that number includes money they got to bail them out.
probably. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can tell this fucking hair sticking off my face right here is driving me absolutely nuts. I just
Looks
keep
really
seeing
gray.
it and it's driving me goddamn nuts. Yeah, it's a gray one. So the gray ones are a little more like
It's not
hard to
talking about
manage.
gray.
Oh yeah, they're mine are like
Like look at this.
tough.
This thing is driving me nuts right here.
I have no
Pull it
grays.
out.
We're not talking about grays.
Pull it. Oh, it hurt. Oh, I got it. Oh, it hurt.
That's
I
a good
felt
one.
it. My
I didn't
chin
feel it.
hurts. I felt
I
it.
I
feel,
didn't feel it.
I feel
Clip
bad
it.
when I went to the barber this time and I was like, hey man, you know, I always tell him make sure you get rid of all the grays in my beard if you can. He's like, I can't do it this time.
Nothing left.
I would have to shave my face.
This all went gray
Bro.
on me.
I'm telling you right now, it's not dyeing your hair. Just for men, shampoo. It doesn't dye. It slowly just
I don't
takes
mind
the
having
gray
gray.
away.
Bro, I will
like
go
the gray.
bald. I will go gray. I will
Till it's all
naturally
gray.
I will naturally age the way that I age, okay? I'm not gonna try to
I got some
shortcut
gray going on over
time,
here.
you know?
Look at all this hair, boys.
You're getting close to the mullet, dude.
It's all flattened down from like the hat, but
I can't wait to see you in the mullet. If you're serious about getting that
I am
mullet,
serious, yeah. I'm just gonna
I
trim the-
cannot
trim the
wait. I can't wait, dude.
You remind me of
can't
that
wait
kid in
to
high
see
school
it.
that refused to cut his hair.
it's gonna be it's coming. It's coming. It
I
ain't
can't-
full bloom yet, but
I
it's
can't
coming.
wait to see it. You're gonna get it cut like the Theo Von mullet
I'm going through
on those sides.
Yeah,
Yeah, are you? I can't
Yeah.
wait to see
yeah.
it, dude.
I'm gonna at least have it down to here. Like it'll.
I can't wait to see it. Call you the Unk mullet, Unk Iron. That's what
Call me Theo Squirrel.
Theo Squrl.
Squirrel Von.
Unk Theo Squrl.
It's been 2.5 hours, guys. What do you think? It's a hell of a conversation because I could tell you, I know it's a good one when I feel like I could keep talking for another hour or two, but at some point we got to call it another.
Nah,
Lucy's got to go to work.
Do what you got to do. I didn't, like I said, I'm glad to be here, man. I know I shared a little bit about my growing up, and I didn't want to get too much into it because the
That was
more I
great.
thought about it, the more I was like, I don't want to tell the stories of, you know, if somebody wants to talk sometime, I'm more than happy to talk and tell people about things, you know, like the times when I was in my early 20s taking 100 ecstasy pills a week, and now I'm here and able to function and somehow made it out of all that bullshit, you know. But
It sounds
the
expensive.
more, oh no, I was selling them, so it was a lot easier. But you know, those are all things I thought about how far I get into that and how much that sounds like more of just talking about stupid shit, you know what I mean, than talking about positive things. And that's what I thought about. It was like, man, me and my brother shared a bedroom until I was 30 years old, dude. Me, and he's 6'5". He's 6'3", 6'4", and I'm not a small guy either, dude. Imagine us rotating beds, bro. you know. And when people understand, you know, why I give the way I do and why I don't care what somebody says about me and how it goes, that's why, dude. Is I owe so many people that I've fucked over society so many times that I'm happy just to be able to be here and have actual true friends that I don't have to require that for. But anyway,
it's a lot of growth, a lot of maturity there.
Oh yeah,
that you see.
So,
and you, by no means have you arrived. We just continue. Neither have I. Neither is Lucid. You just keep, every year we get a little bit wiser, learn a little bit more, try to be a little bit better.
Just when you figure it out, you die.
I've arrived enough to know that I have not arrived, which makes me arrive better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but that makes me like, yeah, I'm always arriving. I'm arriving right now. Let me tell you,
always
staring at iron,
I'm
always coming. Going. I'm always going.
Wait, what?
What? Yeah, I feel like there's probably room for opportunity to have you back on here at some point, and I do plan on going on the gotta do the promo here. It's so hard to get the Keep Gaming Weird podcast. I do plan on being a guest.
Yeah, we need to do a joint thing and have some kind of layout for it, man. We do really do. We should. I think that would be great for everybody.
Do a combo. Keep Gaming, Lucid Squrl, Weird.
Something
like a combo 4-way podcast.
Yeah, something.
A collab.
One special time, you know what I mean? And actually have a subject to go over, and whether or not we're not gonna get our feelings hurt talking about it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something we can dive into, but anyway.
Great job, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. I definitely feel like there's more to talk about, so maybe 6 months from now you can be. We've had Negley twice, we've had Zach twice. I think Riley wants to come back on as well.
Yeah, definitely. I love seeing. Big fan, by the way. I meant to say this before, and I mean this 100%. That I love to see you guys doing what y'all are doing and enjoying what you're doing. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know, that means a lot, man. To see people just doing what they enjoy doing. You know.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, so highlight of my week. I love having these talks, and even if it's just me and Lucy, just opening up and having that conversation, having chat, and everyone, you know, just show up in a different way. You know, just be ourselves for a little bit, have a conversation. But when we have a guest like yourself, those really go well. It just adds a different dynamic to it. So thank you, man.
I feel like I just get myself into trouble every week that it's just the two of us. Because I'm totally unfiltered. If you didn't notice,
that's good. That's why we do this. This is a different stage.
Yeah,
awesome, brother. SquirrelMaster, I'm proud of you. Thanks for you did fucking great. Yeah, if you had any worries or you did absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, killed it, brother.
Well, I feel like you got more. I feel like we just only tapped about 25%.
Oh, the life story, definitely. That's why I had to. I really did, man. I know I talk a lot, but the very beginning, I was like, shit, I'm dodging it even in my head. I was like, I want to say this, I want to say that, but then I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, I clam up more. I'll talk about anything else except for myself. It's a true story, but I appreciate y'all offering me the opportunity, man.
Y'all need to have Zach on. It'd be kind of cool to see the dynamic of having the same guests on different shows, like just to see because like it just evolves. That'll be kind of cool.
I'm all here just for the fun, man. Like I said, dude, I don't take it to, it is serious enough, but I don't take it to the point where like it's that serious, man. To me, it's all about having fun. We used
to stress a lot about subjects and blah blah blah, and like totally prepare and do all this research and shit, and it feels fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we just like off the cuff, we just go for it.
Like, hey, Lucid, I got 6 fucking pages of notes about lost civilization.
You know how much I fucking study for this anymore? None. Zero. I don't. I might watch one like YouTube video on whatever subject we're talking about, but
I do try to keep up during the week just on like current events, like weird stuff, like the losing gravity thing, like that's fucking just crazy to talk about, or the alien the European bank thing. I thought, you know, like stuff that's Greenland obviously going on. Last week we talked about
that's what I say we get and talk about. I say we do a joint podcast and talk about the Dead Sea Scrolls and fucking some crazy stuff, whether you studied it or not. It'd still be the
I have to
true
pull him
reaction
in.
of.
Oh, once
but it
I
would
get
still
him
be
in
the
it,
true
he's hooked.
reaction though.
Once he gets his foot, once he gets his hand in that rabbit hole a little bit, he fucking goes all the way in. So I just gotta be like, hey,
Right,
take some,
give me a little
check
shove.
this
You
this
know,
out.
You know what? Like 99% of my research has been lately is sim racing.
Yeah, there you go.
Like
I need to look that up.
I'm trying to figure out how to be able to afford a full rig, PC, 3 monitors, the whole 9. I'm close. I'm close to just saying fuck it all and doing it.
I want to build one of the boxes, and that's the scary thing for me is I barely use what the fuck I got. But I wanted to build one of those boxes you get in and close yourself in.
Yeah.
And I could convert it to racing and flying.
See, y'all are all fancy. I want to go to the junkyard and grab the fucking dash out of a 1996 Honda Civic and pull that and make a fucking, like, put my Fanatec wheel in it. And, like, have you seen those? Like, it's a real dash, and you put the monitor where the wind. Dude, this is fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, I've seen those guys on TikTok doing it with actually the Stream Decks built in and the tablets built in where they show the dashboard. Yes. Those are sweet, dude.
Yeah. So if anyone needs a Stream Deck, I highly recommend the Ulanzi ones. I've been playing with it now for a while.
What's the price?
They're like $50, dude.
Oh,
is that
that's way cheaper.
Hold it
so
sideways.
You know the price of a fucking Stream Deck is ridiculous, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one is also a USB hub. It's also a card reader. And it does everything a Stream Deck will do.
That's cool.
highly recommend them. They're super awesome.
Yeah,
the only thing I don't like about it is they sit a little low, if that makes sense.
Have you seen the keyboard coming out from Corsair that has a Stream Deck built into the side of it? It's got the knobs. It's got the buttons. It's a Stream Deck to the side, so all your buttons are there with the knobs.
I never use it.
What?
No.
You missed your keyboard.
Right here. This is
like I got the same one.
Yeah. Well, y'all have the same.
Yeah, Lucid sold me this keyboard on TikTok Shop. It's fucking great.
Mine's split in half. But
oh yeah, those are cool.
Alla. I have 3 of them. I have 3 different models of Allas. And it's probably the only keyboard I'll ever buy again. They're that good.
It's buttery smooth. The clicks are great.
And they have, you want a super quiet keyboard? You got the S99.
One third the cost. 1/3 the cost on these keyboards versus like a Alien. Like I bought my daughter a $200 keyboard, and I swear I would take this one over it every time.
I did a video where I smashed a $250 keyboard. I smashed it with a hammer. It has over 100,000 views, and I did it because the All is better. That's why I did it. Like,
I tried to
here's another All. This is the first All I ever got. I actually won this in a stream.
Yeah,
this is the F75, I think. They're fire. Like gaming keyboard that I had, the $250 Black Widow Razor, whatever the hell it was, that would do everything. That thing quit working after 3 months. 3 months. The friggin' like what the hell? $250 and it didn't work. No thanks. Alla, I beat the shit out of my keyboards too, but like this Alla is going strong. Like it's weird because if I just rest my hand barely, you barely actuate the buttons and you're like running if you're playing COD or whatever. It's kind of crazy.
I try to switch away from mine back to one kind of like those, and I can't get away now from the inverted because I broke. You can kind of see this bone sticking out. I broke this wrist and never got it fixed. So for some reason, this inverted, it's a backwards. Instead of this way, it goes this way. And for some reason, I just can't get rid of them.
You were a bouncer, right?
No, not me.
No.
I thought I was cool and was a bouncer, but I wasn't really a bouncer. I was going to say.
Lucid was a bouncer.
I mean, I was a DJ, techno DJ for a while, but that was another lifetime. But no, I thought I was a bouncer and fought a lot, but
Dreamweaver was a bouncer too.
Yeah, this Ulanzi Stream Deck thing, I've wanted one forever, right? And I was trying to get them to send me one for free. And so I ended up buying one. And then the next day after I bought it, they sent me one for free. So I got 2 of them now.
Giveaway.
Like, fuck,
cool.
man. I'm going to
giveaway.
One thing I need is a 3D printer. I need one. Because I want to make enclosures for them to put on the sim rig.
Oh, do you have those coasters handy?
You want me to make them for you?
No, do you have one to show?
I mean, all you got to do is tell me what you want. And I've got
you had one on your stream
4
earlier.
3D printers.
Do you have the Iron Man and Didn't you make a Fallout?
Oh, you talking about
poster?
me? You talking about me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So here's the one that we did for the design of that, and I didn't finish it. There's like the Iron Man thing.
And you've got a site for that,
and then
right?
I've got Nut House Customs, but we kind of just do it. And this is, I actually had my drink on it.
That's
this
cool
is
as
a
shit.
Vault-Tec.
The Vault-Tec one
So
is cool as
it's
shit.
plastic. It's actually rubber PLA, and it's built in different layers. And then we snap it all together to make the
That's cool as
coaster.
shit.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we can do any of that. Like that's, and I started doing that as a business, but I found out just like, hey man, I got you, and we'll print some shit. Yeah, you couldn't see me because I was backstage, but when you showed that and said it was 3D printed, if you could have saw my eyes, I was like, well, let me find that file for what I need.
Like, dude was selling these. Like, that's some cool ass.
Is that 3D printed?
Yeah, it's all 3D printed. Dude
Wow.
was selling these at the game for, I think they were
I
like
got plenty
$40 a piece, but we
There's
bought
another
4 of them,
one.
so he gave them to us for $20 a piece.
God, he made some.
I was trying to find. I got
Super
all
cool, right?
kinds of stuff that
Yeah.
I've done. That's
They had 49er ones too, but I wasn't gonna get one of those because
yeah. Have you seen the helmets? Dude, have you seen that Cowboys guy at the stadium with the 3D printed Iron Man helmet
Yep.
that lifted up?
Mhm.
There's
I've seen
so much. I just don't have, and that's why we got out of that, dude. Is we were like, you know what? I almost 3D printed a computer case, and then I realized how much went into it because you can do it. It's
Yeah, that'd
very
be cool.
easy, but you know how much work goes into that, dude. I'm not gonna make the money off of that. I got to have a real passion.
Elu was a boxer. I didn't know that.
Boxer. Damn. Tough guy.
I could see it though. Yeah, I
Boom.
can see it.
Bump, bump, bump. Start calling
But
you
yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, I was in Best Buy looking at your 3D printers. I was like, man, get it. I was like, no. You got enough. You got enough.
I've been
on your plate. Like,
I've
you
been telling my
don't
wife
need
I
a
need when she
different.
just rolls her eyes. You have enough.
Streaming is my hobby. That's my hobby right now.
Yeah.
Streaming. I was like, nothing else.
I've got one liquid resin printer and 2 PLA printers that we run off of right now that we don't do a lot of. And
I want one just for little, like, a Stream Deck holder. You know what I mean? Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Lucid.
I'm watching one guy. He's building, he calls it Cup Car 2.0. He's making a whole sim rig, and like he's making a full dash out of 3D printing it and all kinds of
Yeah.
shit, and it looks amazing. He made like he even has the safety nets that go next to him. And
Yeah.
he 3D printed all the like
But
clips for him
goddamn,
and
Lucy,
everything.
when you do something, you fucking go all in. Like I
Like
can
the-
see it now.
there any other
Lucy
way?
gets the 3D printer.
no, there's not. There's
It's
really
fucking
not,
Thursday
bro.
for
Let's be honest.
podcast.
There's not.
Lucy
There's
gets
not.
on the podcast. Fuck, man, I didn't sleep at all. I've been printing all day, and behind him is just all this shit just fucking printed up behind him.
No, he
Oh,
wouldn't
look at
have it
that.
done in
That's
a
all
day. It
TikTok
takes
stuff.
longer than
There's
that.
a goddamn
Yeah,
meat
it takes-
slicer right there.
Meat
There's a meat
slicer.
slicer right there. Dude,
All in.
that's one day's shipments piled. It's one day.
Yeah,
I
that's
I
Fanatec.
quit asking for shit because I have too much to do right now.
Like those buttons. I think Iron, when you got Fanatec, right? You were telling me about the buttons
caps.
on there and the
Yeah.
caps, and I was like, dude, I can print those for like 10 cents, dude. Like
I
that's
wish you would.
that's more important. Like, dude, tell me you. I mean, that's my problem. Is unless somebody's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I really want them.
Send
me, it
send them a
falls
couple
back in
test
here.
ones so you can get the sizes and shit.
Yeah, it just falls back here because to me, I don't mean to be. I'm not trying to be like that about it, but I don't need the money. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to do it to make the money. If I really needed to do it, I'm gonna do it. You know, I bought the shit as a hobby, and I'm like, well, if somebody wants it, I'll make it because I've tried to do a 3D print business, and I end up just making fucking
Seems
Master
like-
Chief busts.
It
You know what
seems
I
like
mean?
To do a
That's-
3D printing business, you have to like have 40
A farm.
printers because they take
Yeah.
so long. You know.
Yeah, farm. We were gonna convert our shed in the backyard to a print farm, but
Yeah, for like a little pack. So like, there. It's literally,
yeah.
it's just a cap with a label. So if you could print like an identifier, like these little packs from Fanatec, they send you a small pack when you buy the wheel, but then you go to their site to buy more button packs. The cost on them is like outrageous.
And they
They're
don't
like,
even have that many. You
No,
know what I
and
mean?
they don't
They're
have
all
what I
super
want.
generic.
yeah. Like you can see, I labeled these buttons 1, 4, 3 because in the F1 game, that's how they function. Like that's how they're bound to those. And
Right.
over here, whatever these are, I don't even have buttons. I don't have caps for them because Fanatec didn't send me those options.
No, dude, I'll send you some, and then we could test them out. There we go. That simple. But that's why I didn't get into it. You know, I got into printing all those like, you know what I mean? I get into printing all this stuff. Like I had a great idea with these coasters, right? I was going to make them, and then here's the glow in the dark PLA that I had that's on the bottom, right? So this stuff glows in the dark. This is that thing, right? So I have another coaster. And it's just like the time that I spend putting into the prints, unless I have a true project I'm working on, it's not worth it. Because you got to fine tune everything, then cut it down and do everything
Those are
right.
the only ones I got right there.
143 is the same ones I got.
Same ones.
Yeah, they don't even. I didn't even put caps on any of them because they're all super generic. Like,
Yeah, they don't work, and it doesn't help you in the game. Like those other buttons are.
I buy an F1 wheel. I don't need a button for windshield wipers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So these are buttons 7, 8, 9 or something like that in the game, and they don't even send 7, 8, 9. Like you don't even get a full number kit.
It doesn't even fucking make sense. Like they should send like 1 through 10. You know what I mean? At least minimum 1 through 10.
I'm still running the old Logitech wheel over here because I ain't even raced since I've had it up here.
Or it's an F1 wheel, so give me a DRS button, you know, one that has DRS printed on it, or ERS, or shit that I'm actually going to use. You know, make it more. You know, if you order an F1 wheel, give me some goddamn F1 buttons with it. I don't need like a friggin'.
I'm sorry, if we spend $300 for these wheels or $400 or yours is more. That wheel should come with a cap for every keyboard that's on, or every key that's on a keyboard. 1 through 9, 0, every letter of the alphabet, everything you would have a keybind for in any game. It should come with that standard. Fanatec, are you listening?
Even if they don't, at least offer them on the website.
Yeah, they only have them on the website. Yeah.
They're all super generic bullshit button caps.
Yeah, there's money to be made there.
I have to look into that because I'm one of those people that's like, I'll make the stuff, you know what I mean? I'm just don't like the TikTok shop like Lucid's doing, you know, with all those videos. I sit in the same boat. I could be doing that, and I'm like, I just, you know what I mean? I barely even go live. You know, like it's the
those
draw
videos
of it.
are so easy to make. Most of them are.
Yeah, and it's like when y'all asked me before, or Lucid was asking me, what do y'all use on your podcast? I'm like, I don't fucking know, Ninja, and then we just tie in because
Ninja just for the chat.
No, Ninja doesn't even hold the chat; it just brings the cameras together, so you can pull that in, and then we all look on chat. But that's how much. I mean, even with like Iron Squrl today, you know what I mean, with the live, it's like I set up the camera and I try to look good. You know what I mean? I invest all this money and everything, and then I like just like the wheel, like a whole nother computer, another monitor, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, I don't use the shit. So half the time it's more of if I have somebody that I'm working to help, it makes it a whole lot easier.
I should have sent you a screenshot from myself in SquirrelMaster. It was like I meant what I said. Like that, your stream looked crisp as shit. Like it had that professional look to it. That camera is pretty impressive, the Elgato.
And what's crazy is I'm sure when Lucid. No, I just have it all dialed in with the light that I got. So I got a light. You can probably see how my hand gets brighter. And so I just listen to, because I don't know shit. I act like I know a lot. So if you ask me about computers and hardware and getting software to work, I know a lot. When it comes to true streaming and setting up a microphone, I'm learning like a fucking newborn.
So it came with a filter, right? Came with one?
No.
Come with one?
It's just straight up the lens. It's a big ass lens.
Yeah.
The lenses.
I know.
Yeah, but there's
so you can thread on like ND filters and shit.
Yeah. They didn't come with any. I'm using straight up the camera. No, I'm using.
There's one filter you can put on it that gives like lights behind you will have like a little bit of a glow behind them. You know what I mean?
I need that.
Yeah,
I need that. I mean, I could. Well, which is cool. What I really this is
like
one
a mist
thing.
filter would be cool.
Mist. Yeah, I think Mist is the one that does the lights you're talking about, Lisa. Like the neon lights behind you will have a really cool, like cinematic look to them.
The one thing I really like about this is that fast, right? I can turn my background on, and now look how clear even my background is.
Yeah. So if you were to put a filter on that, all those lights would have like a glow about them, and it would give it almost a blur effect without having to use software to do it.
Really?
They're cheap too, dude. Yeah,
like on mine, all the blur is natural, done through the lens. You know what I mean? Yours, you're using software. You wouldn't have to use that software.
Yeah. and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, is what, like, when I ask people and people are like, well, your stuff looks good. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm really doing. I hope y'all realize this. Like, I'm flying by the seat of my fucking pants here. Like, I do it because it's fun to me. And I've always had that apt of learning things, you know? And what's crazy is though this camera, it's much more clear. If I turn on my Osbot, like you saw today, Iron, like the light is the same. I have the settings the same for the key light, you know, for my whatever the lumen, well, I don't know what the fuck it is for the color or whatever, the whiteness. But this camera at 1080p, which actually is 4K for them, they say, does better than the Osbot at 4K.
Yeah.
Because the Elgato has a bigger sensor, so it's letting more light in.
That Sony sensor?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bigger sensor.
Yeah, Elgato.
There's my UT duck. See him? You can see my UT duck.
Everything's clear behind you, crystal clear.
Yeah, it is. I just like to blur it. I don't know why.
Yeah, blur's cool.
Ever since I've found out about the blur,
the blur sets you apart from the background.
Yeah,
it gives you that nice defined line around you. You know what I mean?
And I've got away from my ADHD streams. You know, I don't have like all those sounds and everything popping up in the stream. So
yeah,
you know,
our your chat does enough of that.
Maybe one day I'll actually become a professional streamer.
Today was Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday.
Fucking stupid shit.
He forgot to change his. He hadn't gone live. It's been 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks. I knew it'd been a while. And I sent a heart me and the fucking Christmas bells. No, it wasn't the heart me sound. His heart me sound was the same.
Everything, all the animations are still fucking Christmas. Everything
was going off.
Everything. When somebody, so I had like 3 new followers during the live, and it's like, hear those sleigh bells jingling, ding, 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 the Indian thing, and I'm like, oh shit, I still have Christmas alerts.
It's good.
On.
It made me feel better about still having some Christmas decorations up.
But heck yeah.
All right,
but I appreciate you guys. Yeah, like I said,
awesome. Awesome talk.
I definitely appreciate you guys having me.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on. Chat. Hit that follow, hit that share, hit that all the things. Smash the button.
It's almost over, so just hit every fucking thing. And if you accidentally leave, it's okay. Just everything.
Go check out the website, thelucidsqurlpodcast.com.
I do like that website.
Put it up right here.
I have to tell you that. I do like that. I do like the way
there's a review. Leave a review.
I like that.
Just give us 5 stars. Say it's awesome. Like, trying to get some site hits. That's how the websites get pushed out. SquirrelMaster's episode will be up when Lucid uploads it in a day or 2, 3, 6, 7, whichever. And then we'll link the bio information you put out on it, SquirrelMaster, so it'll have all your like socials and all that stuff you put on there. It's yeah,
that's fine. I was here for a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time. Negley, thank you so much for hanging out. Anybody else, Elu, that's still in chat? I know Zach's. I know a lot of people are probably multitasking. This is we went 3 hours. This is probably the second longest podcast ever, maybe somewhere around there. So, like I said, I feel like we could keep talking for another hour or two. So, DFW podcast. Good night, guys.
It's
much love to y'all.
Yo, much love. Peace.
That goes so loud in my ear. I forgot to stay squirrel. Do we all dance now? Is that what we do?
You're tuned in now. Turn the mic up loud. This is the Lucid Squrl Podcast. Night talks, neon thoughts, real life, yes, little bit active thoughts, active thoughts, active thoughts, active thoughts, active thoughts.
Welcome to the Lucid Squrl Podcast.
Bye.